Is this
and
here
listen
too?
to them.
Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Downstage.
You know, all have been kung fu fighting. You asked the favorite one. Oh, I'm in trouble. No.
Did you not hear me going down?
I didn't. I was sorry when he started it. I started nothing.
Welcome back to Downstage Dungeons, episode 51. How you doing, cast?
Good.
This is going real goofy so far.
This is the first time we've all been together in the same room.
It's been a while. We've been on a little break, but now we're back to play Dungeons & Dragons, and we'll be back next week, and we'll just keep playing Dungeons & Dragons. And you can keep watching, or you can not. Or you could just hang out, or kiss someone pretty, or do something nice for somebody. You can do whatever you want to do. I believe in you. Unless it's mean or cruel.
Mean or cruel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Anyway, before we get into the episode, let me tell you what happened last time on the adventures of Maximus Ultor. We had finally wrapped up a 3-part mass combat session. All 3 parts are now up on YouTube, by the way. Episodes 48 through 50. Except for you don't need to watch 49 because it broke. But other than that, there was a crazy long battle at the Battle for Davenport, the port city that stood as one of the last bastions of peace in the kingdom of Elwhan. Unfortunately, despite your best efforts, once Lucidar, the lord and master of the Paragon Assembly and pretty much the source of all your problems throughout this entire adventure, showed up, you were no match, and neither were the forces of Elwhan and Demetrius, not even Talarian Jr. with the Scythe of Azanite once wielded by his father, who was probably the most impressive opponent you had faced up till that point, was unable to conquer Lucidar in one-on-one combat. You lost some friends, some allies were killed, some assets were taken from you, including Wilbur, Talarian. Is that a YouTube or TikTok? TikTok? It's just music again?
Yeah.
Weird. It says it's barely playing any music, but I'll turn it way down because I don't.
It's a little loud for us.
Yeah.
I can do that too. The speaker's also pointing away from me, so I can't tell. Thank you. Is that good?
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, during the siege, Wilbur, tapping into his powers given to him by Gargus, was able to save Calliope, but at the expense of freedom, his life. It's unclear, but Wilbur and Talarian are both gone from you now. You rallied what allies you could. You helped the forces of Demetrius and Elwhan finish their escape. And when all seemed lost, pretty much the biggest gun in your arsenal appeared. Sharon Alakir, the current Sorcerer Supreme, the most powerful mage in the continent of Barador, maybe in all of Ernaxia, showed up. Him, Penelope Chronowise, his apprentice, and Mr. Reginald, who is powerful in his own sense, basically said, hey guys, thank you for your help. You need to leave or you'll die because we're going to go all out against Lucidar. And in the light of Penelope's gold, Mr. Reginald's red, and Sharon's blue magic, you escaped the battlefield narrowly in Mr. Reginald's magical treehouse and found yourself above the human capital of Vordarin, a place that most of you have never been before, and now especially one of the last 2 bastions of human freedom. All that remains now is Vordarin and Wintercrest. So, as you are all getting ready to rest in this treehouse, the demon inside of your friend Samira's heart, who had been in stasis, dead but also unconscious, reached out to you, Kevin, right before you fell asleep. And as he promised to do earlier, he had something he wanted to show you. And as the bright light enveloped the room, you 5 and also Calliope would be in this as well. Now find yourselves not exactly where you were. And that is where we are going to begin today's session.
What?
Hey, by the way.
I was gonna ask what his name was.
And like the virus.
The virus.
So, between the grief and exhaustion, your physical limitations seem to be alleviated from you in this space you are now occupying. You can see grayed out versions of colors in this strange environment you do not recognize. It's almost grayscale, but you can still tell there's like hints of colors of the objects and the scenery around you as you find yourself in some sort of building. Windows littered on the walls are colored drawings, seemingly made by children. Dirty floor. You find yourself there. There is like some sort of lobby desk with some chairs, one of them knocked over. It's not exactly impressive. And you're aware of each other, but it's almost like you're half seeing each other in this space. It feels almost dreamlike as you move through the air and through this room. So, what would you guys like to do? You're in a room. It has been described as such.
Do we see, is there any sort of personification of Zika, like, in the room at all?
What does he know? Probably video.
Rowan, make a perception check.
Do I have guidance? I don't know. I've played so many characters in the last couple
Yes,
weeks. I don't
Sarah
remember.
has guidance.
Yes, she does. Guidance. Thanks for knowing my character better than me.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20? So you can kind of see your allies around you, although their images seem a little fuzzy and a little less mighty. But they're there. There's almost a faint grayish white light that kind of outlines them and each of you. You also can hear droplets of rain hitting the outside of this building that you're in that you still haven't quite discovered where you are. There are open doors and passageways around you. You kind of have a larger lobby space in front of you and then a small hall that extends and goes off to a door this way, and there's also a door on this side.
Which door do we want to go down?
You can still move around as normal. Your perceptions are a little wonky.
But we're not, like, floating around.
No,
Like,
you feel great
facing
though.
through walls
Like you
and
don't feel,
stuff.
definitely don't feel like you've been fighting for 3 days straight.
Can Joan stand in the middle of the room and see if she hears any signs of life? Hears any signs of life from any of the rooms around her?
All you hear is the rain currently.
Can I open the window? Is there a window?
Sure, yeah, there's windows.
Yeah. Can I open one?
This window looks like it could open, but as you go to move it, it does not.
Oh, I bet we can't interact with physical objects. Oh, yeah.
You can touch it though. It's not like your hands go straight through it, but as you touch it, it gives the feeling of like a locked window. Like there's definitely still a reaction to your touch.
Okay. Upon noticing that, can I try to pick up something I see on one of the counters?
Sure. You look at one of the counters and you see there's a drawing of like these 3 pigs. I didn't plan on there being 3, but there would be 3 of them.
Yeah, I'll pick that up. Do I recognize this place?
No.
This Calliope?
Oh yeah, you're playing 2 characters. No.
Are there any depictions in these drawings of like humanoids, people?
Yeah. They're mostly stick figures. These are clearly drawn by children or very artistically challenged people. These aren't very good.
Let's go down the hallway.
Yeah, choose one of the doors.
Wait, are there any of the humanoids in the pictures that look
Purple.
interesting? Familiar.
To which character?
Either. Yeah, that's true. They both knew her.
Pick one for each of your checks today, just because I can't.
Okay.
I don't want to give you advantage on everything you're doing because you're. Because
Sneaky. She's like, I'm 2 characters. They're both
Advantage.
Joan.
hi Gabe, welcome back.
Joan.
Joan? No.
That's it. That was your choice.
Would you like to continue down the hallway?
That's messed up.
Yeah.
So, as you go into the hallway, you come into this lobby lounge area, definitely built for smaller people. The chairs are low to the ground. You see like long tables, and on them there's like puzzles and little board games. You see at the very end of the table, near some very small bookshelves that are filled with children's books mostly, that there is a like one of those. You have like the shapes that are like beads, and you have to like follow them through the wire to put to the other side of it. Like a dentist office and stuff. There's also some tattered couches. This isn't. It's not very nice, but it's equipped. All of this stuff looks old.
Does it look abandoned?
That was
or
my
does it
question.
look just old?
I mean, given the space that you're in and the kind of
dust?
grayscale.
Like, is there layers of dust on things?
Yeah.
Make a perception check for that.
Guidance.
Change of circumstance.
Guidance.
Guidance.
17.
Guidance. 17. On places where dust would normally be. Like, it's not like covering the floors in common places. It's a pretty big room, though. Like, it's a long room this way, so much so that there's definitely, like, 2 other doors. There's a hallway on the far side and another door on this side of the room. This is definitely, like, a main foyer.
Are there any toys on the floor?
Yeah, there's tons of toys.
Seems like an orphanage. So, I want Calliope to try. Does it seem like
I want you to pick a main character for this, for the purposes of this session.
I'll do Joan.
Okay.
Nerve ray.
You can still use Calliope, I'll say, for roleplay, but I want you to stick to one for checks.
Well, not for a check specifically, but I wanted somebody to go and find a kind of like. Is it like a dining room? Does it seem like they eat
This
here?
room is a lounge.
They don't eat here. It's not like a food place.
I don't think that would cross your mind given on what you see.
Okay.
Like, the small tables are definitely like play tables.
to
Can
find
you
a
check that
kitchen.
YouTube audio just every once in a while?
Does it seem like any of these doors lead outside?
Make a perception check.
God. Oh.
Okay, perception plus 3, 16?
16. You do find some definitely dirt and sand being let in through one of the doors that is surrounded by cubbies full of children's shoes of different sizes and shapes.
Not the
They're
shoes.
outside.
Yeah, can we?
Wait, but it's raining.
But it's raining. No, but the cubbies are filled with shoes, he said.
Mhm.
So they should be inside.
Oh yeah, true.
They should be inside if their shoes are
wait,
here.
what?
Can I open that door?
Sure.
Am I able? I just want to look outside.
As you open the door, it's raining outside. The sky and what you would determine as like sky, horizon, and down the street past this huge playground sand pit, which doesn't have a lot of stuff in it. It's like seesaw, slide, and like 2 swings. Past it, there's a huge like black iron chain link fence that goes up like 40 feet in the air.
Wow.
And past it, you see only void.
Yeah, definitely an orphanage.
Cool. If does my storm stuff work here? If I walk out in the rain, does the rain not hit me? Does that stuff work? Okay.
However, you don't feel wet as the rain touches you if you walk out, but you do feel weight.
I want to look for a sign. I want to look for like the name of the place on the building.
Make a perception check. Would anyone else like to do anything?
I would like to count pairs of shoes.
Okay.
He's thinking of a number. He's counting the cubbies.
8, 3, 24, 2, 48 pairs of shoes of different.
48 pairs of shoes.
All the cubbies are completely full of shoes of different shapes and sizes. They're not nice shoes. They're also not like all human feet.
I don't count. I rolled a 19.
19. Yes. You do see like a scratched out, old looking green and gold sign. It reads the Vorhawk Refuge.
The Warhawk River. Is it in common?
Mm-hmm.
a history check. Okay. See if that rings any bells.
Are you reading it?
You may not.
Oh, yeah, sure. Hey, what's the name of this place? Sora?
Oh yeah, I haven't shared that information. Can I share that information with the group?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
you
that was mad.
make a history check.
I'm looking at my notes. Hold on.
The DC for you is 1.
I know what it is.
Cool.
I just wanted to double check, and it just took me a while to pull it up.
If you get a 0, you will not remember it.
Can you physically roll a 0 on history?
No, I know who this is, or what this is.
Who this is?
Sorry.
Girl.
I just had to look it up.
Are we actually getting Sora backstory for once?
I don't know.
We're in a Samira vision, so
I know, which is why I was like, but then why would Sora?
both characters are played by Amber, so who knows?
It's like, why would
Ties them all together.
Oh,
and makes
it's
it easier.
Samira Sora. That's crazy.
Okay, so
Does anyone on this table want to do anything, or are you guys just
yeah.
chilling?
Help me.
It's fine.
I'm technically busy looking for Zika because Zika brought them here and then is nowhere to be found.
Can I look for like a main office area in this building?
You kind of passed an office, but I'll let you make an investigation check for that. You do get the sense that there's nobody here but you guys. Though you do kind of feel like you're being watched, but in a weird way.
I know. So I know what I know about. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just.
Yeah, you got to
I
tell.
go for it. So.
12 investigation. You don't find any office. The place you honestly started in looked more like a front office, receptionist kind of area. But.
And this probably involves a history check, but so Amber knows behind the name, but do I know about this? Does Sora know about this place, or can
Yes.
I make a history check for this place and get
Sure.
that information?
It's not 1.
It's a natural 16, but the history is +1, so 17.
Skylar, I turned the music down from 90 to 10% on TikTok. Let me know if that's better. If not, I will lower it more. It's really showing me barely anything for music, but I'd love to fix that for you. I'm sorry, what was your roll?
I rolled a 17.
17. It makes a lot of sense that this place is not taken care of well to you.
You said there's a lot of scripted out on this sign?
There's just a lot of decay and
okay.
scratches, and
Okay.
this place is clearly like active but not cared about in the visage you are seeing it right now.
Okay. I'm gonna go back inside. I want to find kids. That's my goal. I want to see if there's any kids here.
Okay.
Or any trace of what happened to them if they're not here.
Okay. That would make you back into the lounge room.
Could I go over to this?
Try to speak up a little bit because we're on one mic for TikTok.
Could I go over to the? Could I go over to the fence?
Absolutely.
And see if I.
What's your passive perception?
Ooh, that was the right answer.
Do I have this written down? 12.
12. So as you approach the fence, you do see very low and past the fence is this shining white grayish orb. It matches the outlines of your compatriots, but it's a perfect orb that's just kind of hovering silently in place.
Just outside of the fence.
Yes, so like each chain link in the fence, if you like looked through it, you would see it just barely out of reach.
I do. Can I cast Mage Hand? See if
Absolutely.
Kind of go
Sure.
through and interact with it.
Yeah, it's funny. As you reach your hand out, it does look like it would be like a child's reach away. But as you reach your hand out, no matter what you do, it seems like you just barely can't touch it.
Hello.
But you can use Mage Hand and bring it towards you.
Oh, okay. So I'll try to.
And as you do, as you touch it, it begins to swirl around your body, go off the top, and it.
Do I notice any sort of change in myself at all after this occurrence?
You know, funny enough, make an insight check.
Interesting. Inciting yourself.
Insight on myself.
Oh.
I got a little fancy with this one today. Maybe you'll like it.
This one is only an 11.
You feel your understanding of your surroundings improve. Images become a little clearer, and you start to feel familiar with this place.
Is there like, did I?
You all do, actually.
What?
Oh, interesting.
You feel familiar?
Are there any new insights or familiarities? That
Your
I
checks
can
might be a little easier now.
Oh, okay.
Uh,
Could I? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Hey, this side of the table. I know we haven't played in a while.
this side of the table.
That's the puzzle side. This is the combat side.
It's so true. That's so
Come on,
true.
episode 51. I did not bring tiles today.
Oh no, not very good.
Role play episode.
Okay, so you said that in this lounge, from the door that leads from outside, there's like tracks and stuff. Do those continue in any direction?
I mean, this place is filthy. There's tracks all over the place. It was just like a high traffic area around that
Can
door.
I just move into the next room then? Just the door opposite the door.
Would you get to go left into the hall door or the door that is on this same wall to your right?
Same wall.
Okay. As you go over to this room, it also opens with a very creaky sound. The door is actually slightly slanted. You have to push it, give it a little shove to get it open. And you see this extremely long room littered with 3-tier bunk beds that go all the way up the walls.
Tier?
Wow.
Boy.
Think of the
Is
slumber
there
party
anybody sleeping in any of these bunk beds?
They are all vacant, but not bare.
Can I go with her?
So what kind of stuff is here?
Mostly just basic bedding. This is also a very big room. Like, this goes down for a while, almost like those hallways in like hotels that just seem a little too long as you walk down them.
Can I specifically look for like a journal or a diary that maybe one of the kids kept?
Make an investigation check.
Oh, I'm not good at those.
Joan, what did you want to do?
I want to go follow her.
Okay.
Oh, I have a plus
Can I
5.
go in the other door?
I was just about to ask.
Down the hallway?
Can we kind of go along
The
the first
first,
here?
did anybody
You have
open
to
the
ask
first
me.
door, or did we just walk right past it?
You did walk past a door that was on your right, and you went in these two doors. There was also a hallway to the left of the playground.
Okay.
I was thinking about whatever door Amber did.
That's the hallway.
Let's do the hall.
Sure. As you go down this hallway, as you get closer to the door at the end of it, the door gets like bigger and bigger and bigger from your point of view as you go towards it. And you end up looking this much up in order to look at the handle.
Are you a child? Are you a child now?
Can I enlarge straight flat to the end?
Sure. You're there.
Do we appear to be the same?
Yeah. It seems your perception has changed, but not your bodies.
Interesting. That's cool. I like that.
Thanks, I wrote it.
A 14 to find a journal.
For investigation,
And I'm with her now.
I'll give you something.
Oh, yeah.
As you walk to the end of the room, there is another door on the very far side of this room. There's also clearly a bathroom sign next to it. This door beyond is definitely a washroom. The bed closest to the washroom on the right, there is a single book on this bed.
What's it called?
It's called Robin of Hoodwinked. The Robin is a Y. It is a female heroine that wields a bow and curved blade. As you flip through the pages, they are all full, and there's more color to these pages than you've seen in the rest of this. Like, this is like the most detailed thing you've said. Every word is very specific.
Is there any writing in it? Like a name in the front cover or a note somewhere?
Sure. As you flip through it, you get to the back page, and as you turn it, a glowing orb floats out of it.
I'm gonna touch it.
Circles around your hand. Joan and Calliope see this effect as well. And as you do, you feel a little bit more familiar. Colors start to settle beyond the gray that you have currently been perceiving everything as. Calliope's going to follow Joan around for purposes of not giving you too much of an advantage and simplicity.
Simplicity is key.
Can Calliope follow her around?
Calliope and Joan will be in the same place for
We're
this.
friends. Joan doesn't even like her.
Your characters don't like each other.
Calliope likes Joan.
Oh, Calliope likes everybody.
So, as you go up to this door handle, there is absolutely no give as you press down on it. And as you study this door further, the sides of this door, although the detail is there for an outline, this door is like a wall. And as you study it for a while, you do suddenly start to feel a little bit of more familiarity out of nowhere. And as you do, you think you have no memory of this door ever opening. You all share that thought, whether you see the door currently or you don't. Hufflepuff.
Is there any? You said we came down a long hallway
Yeah,
to this door. Was there any other doors or entryways along this?
not in the hallway. This hallway is pretty much vacant to you now.
Okay. Then I'll just step out.
Yeah, as you walk away, you look back down the hallway, and it looks like it's like 6 or 7 steps down to the door now. And it's regular sized.
Weird.
Yeah.
Go to the first door. Down here.
Okay, the one that was on the right? Yes, you will open up to, this is clearly a mess hall. It's a very large cafeteria, and it's just a mess. There's trash and food on the floor. Looks like the food's even been picked at, like, and smeared on the floor. There is still like a staff area over there. This room also has more of like a tin ceiling, so the rain sound on the tin is very like.
Like, go over to the staff area.
The place you started at.
Oh, no.
Or are you talking about like the lunch lady area? Sure. It's just kind of crappy. It's kind of the only vibe you get from this room.
Can I catch up to them? Because that was kind of a dead end.
You'd like to leave the bunk bed room?
Yeah, well, I just, because that was, we investigated that room and
Okay.
there's.
Would you like to also leave? Okay. Rowan, where are you right now?
I mean, I was outside last.
You just chilling in the rain,
Maybe I'm just.
Colonel Mustard style.
I will. Let's say I am investigating the perimeter to see if I can come across any more of these interesting orbs outside of the fence or just outside of the building.
Make an insight check.
I didn't just like.
Or history.
The spirit of a child that I.
Or history.
History. History. Intel, baby. Intel, baby. What is my history? Plus 8? Cool. 19.
You have a memory of really enjoying slides and swings, but not so much seesaws.
Okay, I'll go over to the slides and the swings.
What would you like to do?
Yeah, I'll go up to the top of the slide and I'll slide down.
I love seesaws.
There's a even though there's the weight of the rain, it makes the slide a little slippier, and you expected that.
I think there's a small part of Rowan that like didn't get to experience a lot of this stuff as a child, so there's like that little giddy kind of
It's
sense
just
that
out
like
playing on
he's
the
just like
playground.
Would you like to do anything else?
he'll walk over to the swings and he'll try
Yeah.
to figure it out. I don't think he's super familiar with a swing, but I can see that he would at least try to. Or does
Make a finesse, make an acrobatics check.
Cute. Aww. You are an owl.
7.
You needed a 6 to figure out swings as a scholar.
Swing! I'm not too much of a nerd.
There is kind of an instinct of like, maybe it would have been nice if someone was pushing you, but as you figure something out with your legs, you're able to figure it out on your own.
Can I like look behind me as I'm having that thought of wishing that somebody was like there to push me, and like make a perception check for just anything similar to what I saw outside of the fence or anything out of the ordinary? Or is that-
Honestly, there isn't much information I can give you with that. Again, there's no children or
Yeah,
anything,
yeah.
but yeah. Wishful thinking.
Yeah.
Is there?
The only thing left on the playground is the seesaw.
I will also approach the seesaw and see if I can maybe discern why the vibes aren't quite as good around the seesaw, memory-wise.
Are you just looking at it?
Can I make an investigation check on the seesaw? See if I
Sure.
can find anything?
While you do that, we can go back over to you guys. You guys also walk into the mess hall, and now you four are all there.
Sorry, I was thinking of something else. Is there anything in
I'm
the,
on you guys right now, because
Is there
Game
anything
management.
in the mess hall that seems especially colorful? Like the book stood out to me as especially colorful and vibrant?
absolutely not. You don't want anything to do with this room.
Oh, this is a bad.
Can I go outside and realize?
Sure, you're going to make your way there. Kevin, what would you like to do?
Leave the mess hall. Just seems yucky, gross.
Sure.
Is
Joan
it
and Calliope?
I want to see if there's anything left behind, like if there's any objects or like something that a kid might have left behind in this room.
Make a investigation check.
I was trying to figure out why I don't like this room.
You never have.
Just never have.
Rowan, I'll go back to you now.
25.
25.
Investigation.
Guidance.
You've never been you've never really gotten the seesaw thing. You can mount it. It's about even right now.
Am I heavy enough to make a tip?
You want to get on it? Yeah. As you sit on it, you just kind of rest still at the bottom of the seesaw, alone. And on the other side of the seesaw, whoosh, a little orb appears.
And can I try my little mage hand trick? Kind of push it my way so
Sure.
I can interact with it?
Yeah. It touches you and
Wow.
suddenly become very aware of the feeling of sand between your toes.
Cute.
Half toes.
Talons.
I don't even have.
But do I? Okay, no. But that's a serious question.
I said what I said.
Yeah. Okay.
Ah,
Interesting.
interesting.
I
Okay.
think I know what's going on.
Is there a name that comes to mind in this moment where I'm having these sensations?
Make a history check with disadvantage.
Ooh. Trying to call on specific memories of the children.
This is a very hard check.
Believe it.
I'm not with you. I cannot guide you.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, it's an 11. It's not there.
It feels like trying to remember something out of a dream you've had a very long time ago. Jonah, what was your check?
Well,
12? I mean, there's a few loose shoes, a lunchbox that you can't quite make the picture out of.
nothing's labeled
No.
Can I go finish the puzzle?
Which one?
on the table.
There were lots of
Just one
puzzles.
of the puzzles on the, if there's like a puzzle especially that looks like it's almost done. Can I go finish one of the puzzles?
As you look at the puzzles, now a little bit more familiar with your surroundings than the last time you were here, you do see like there's a couple of board games and stuff. The puzzle that's there is almost done, but you can't make out the picture. The sliding puzzle, however, is in perfect, vibrant color, like the book you found.
Ooh, I want to interact with that.
How so?
Is there any pieces missing?
Nope. It just has there's 3 wire plastic things that you can push the shapes on and move to the other side.
I want to do that. I want to do this one.
You want to do it with all of them?
Yeah.
Tink, tink. So you move them one by one by one. As you finish it, you kind of look around expectantly. Nothing happens for a moment. And in the same center of the table, a globule of light.
Oh God, touch it. Where are the children?
Are we playing with the things that they want to complete and releasing their souls? Like
That would
finishing the
make
book.
This isn't a one-shot. But maybe.
It made me think.
Anything,
of the
over here, guys?
people From that one shot.
I'm
That's a scary one.
outside now.
Yeah. You actually just got outside and you saw Rowan just kink, on the seesaw by himself. Mean. That was a mean laugh.
What's so funny?
Now that you look, I having a grand old time.
You should get on the other side.
Okay.
Oh, they're
I'll
gonna see
go get
someone.
on the other side.
Can we see something?
Yeah.
No,
We'll
just
see
walk.
something.
When he sits on it, it does not move.
Pretty big guy.
It's because the person who
Move
seesawed
the
there
second
only
ago.
seesawed alone, so it doesn't move.
Moved a second ago. That's weird.
I'll hop off and I'm gonna look for. And you said it's gated.
I'm very
Yes.
stressed
Can I
right now.
look- Is it gated just around this little courtyard, backyard area, or is it a gate around the entire property?
It's just a straight gate because there's walls of like this building all around you, and this one's a gate. Beyond the gate is void. However, as you walk around here, you feel very satisfied with. Like it's probably time to stop playing. I'll say. You all get that feeling regardless of where you are.
Can we go to the door he couldn't open?
Sure.
I want to go to the door he couldn't open.
Yeah, as you approach it, it gets taller.
Has it changed at all?
No.
Are there
Nothing. This door has never. It's always been beyond your scope.
I want to know what's on the other side.
in the mess hall? Are there any other doors other than the one we came through?
No. Honestly, you used to not really hang around here anyway.
Okay.
Okay.
The door that doesn't move. Are there any like signs on the wall next to it or on it?
It's a blank hallway and a door that basically is a wall.
I want to follow her to the door.
It's a big door? Okay.
Can we get on each other's shoulders like Rugrats and open the door?
You can certainly try.
I want to be at the top.
Be at the top.
The handle wouldn't move. I flew up with Drake and it wouldn't budge.
Yeah, but
I want to unlock it
approaching
with
it
my
like
lock
children.
skills.
Oh, she's a thief. She's a thief.
Can I?
You can fly.
Yeah, I'll fly.
Okay.
I'll fly in the air with my little cloak. And can I try to pick the lock?
So your lock picking tools are about this big. The door handle compared to you is about
Can I
Twice
use
of
my
this.
hands?
no. As you reach your hands in where the dark of the lock outline would be, it actually just feels like black wall. You have no knowledge. You have no knowledge of what would be inside here.
Oh, so the memories we're viewing, they don't know. They don't have a memory of behind this door.
The memories remember going up to the door,
But never going
viewing
through.
it from that angle or that, feeling that the door was impressively big and like something to tackle, and then it never
So
opened.
even if we got the door open, it probably
We
wouldn't be anything.
It'd probably be void.
Well, that's why it's void beyond the gate, because the kids never
They
went
never
beyond
left.
the gate.
Yeah.
I wrote for 14 hours today.
Which, I mean, that could
You're
be.
very talented. We love you.
Does the name of this place ring any bells to anybody?
Are we all together?
Death doesn't ring bells.
Is anybody
No.
familiar with it?
Rolling for bells.
I don't remember the name of this place.
No.
Do I?
Does the name of this place ring any bells for anyone?
when I had the memory and like sensation of sand between my toes, was
Yep.
there an image of said feet that would give me any characteristics of the memories that I was reliving? You know what I mean? So like,
I understand you. However, no.
no, okay,
Not quite.
not
Do
quite.
these memories in any way are they linked to other memories that were created later on?
You don't have a great perception of time right now, including from you walking from place to place.
Am I feeling pulled to go anywhere?
Make an insight check.
Nice.
Hold it in there.
Guidance. She's with me. I think she likes it. Feel like a brand new person.
30.
I'd like you to pick an emotion for me.
Loneliness.
When it comes to fear and loneliness, the front office comes to your brain.
We go there.
Sure. You run.
We see her run and we follow.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll tag along.
You arrive in the front office. It's really just the table, pictures. Make a perception check for me.
Guidance. I guide you.
What was it again? Perception?
Mm-hmm.
That was hard.
33.
23?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, all these chairs that are upright and on the ground have like blankets on them that cover the chair base. Like they sit on the chair and hang over, which kind of gives the chair a little bit of a room underneath. There's also a door on this other side of the room that you guys have not tried.
Can I go in underneath the chairs?
Yeah. As you climb under the chairs, first it's completely dark, but then, like turning on a flashlight in a tent late at night, a globule appears in front of you.
Is there anything carved into any of these chairs?
There's a lot of gum.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I want you to come out.
Look, you gotta touch the thing.
Oh, I don't.
Any new epiphanies?
You're not really supposed to be here.
Underneath there?
The front office.
It seems like this place was abandoned by adults. Can I go through the other door?
You can open it.
Yeah.
As you open it, you see this cobble road that extends into the void. It's soaking wet. You can't see the rain, but you can see the splashes of the rain as it hits the rock. And you can hear the sounds. But it seems like the road just disappears into void and the sides. And every instinct tells you not to cross the line from where the wood creaky floor turns to rock.
Can I do it anyway? I'm gonna get hurt.
I want to go through there.
Yeah, I wanted to go outside and see if there's any signs telling us the name of this place.
You are not familiar enough yet with this to make that decision.
There's more globules.
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 Can I go into the mess hall?
Sure, you do share the feeling of not wanting to be there. And also to recap, you feel you're not supposed to be in the front office, you feel like playtime is over, and that you are completely uninterested in the mess hall.
Ooh, can I go in the room?
Go to the bunk room.
Can I go in the room with the paintings?
That was the front office that you were already in.
No, with the kid paintings.
Yes, that was the front office you were already in.
Oh, okay. Are there any pictures of those walls that have these special vibrance at all? Or maybe like paints that I could paint a picture?
No, this definitely seems like, oh, this goes on the fridge. These probably weren't drawn here. They were probably drawn in the big playroom.
I want to go behind the desk and see if there's like a book with names or anything like that.
There's lots of books behind the desk as you go there.
Can I look to see if there's any names?
Every page is blank.
The kids never read the books.
Well, maybe one of them should have gotten into some trouble.
Yeah, could I go?
Bunk bedrooms. Sure, let's you two go do that while these three are in the more common areas.
I'll go with her.
Lay down.
What?
Well, actually, can I make a perception check, or can I look for a bunk bed that might be a little more brightly colored
Make a perception check.
than?
Look for a bunk that feels familiar.
Yes, you immediately go to the back right corner where the book of Robin and the Hoodwinked is.
Resting on the bed.
Mm-hmm.
4.
Four.
I want to lay down on the bunk.
Sure. As you lay down on the bed, you do look to your left. What you always see, you always sleep facing this direction.
Aw.
You can make a perception check for me if you'd like.
I would love to.
Mm-hmm.
That is a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. You see in the bunk next to you, this is the only other bunk in the room that you have any care for. You see what looks like a indentation of something underneath a blanket and a faint light escaping the thin sheets. It's within arm's reach of you. It's small. It's a cramped space. As you undo it, there is no figure there that was holding it up, but there is a bright globule of light.
I went to
Okay.
the kids.
Hello?
As you touch that, you all get the feeling that perhaps it's time to go.
Back to the front door.
Okay. Is that where you would all like to go? To the front door?
Yeah.
With the rope?
Time to leave. Go to the door.
As you approach the door, I'll say Rowan, you get there first since you had the last globule. Oh no, sorry, you did, Kevin. You put a single toe on the cement. Or the rock. Sorry, it's not really cement. And you think, maybe later. And as that happens, sorry, this purple tiefling mother carrying her child runs through the desert. There is also a young purple tiefling boy running alongside her, multiple years older. You can also see with a keen eye that she is also with child currently.
Little brother.
So it's her carrying child, older child, also with child.
Lucidar, Samira, unknown.
Tika.
Probably Chid.
As she tries to quicken her pace in her sandals, very sure of where she is going and what she is running from. The same growing familiarity that you felt with each orb you touch. You remember that Leah was very worried that Perialt would change his mind about the contract and the deal that was struck. Although she loved him, there was always a chance that he had a greater motive. And so she took the children they shared and the children he spared, and she fled past somewhere that she would have any chance of going back where she needed to go if she ever wanted to return to Perialt. Perialt being the name of the Demon King that Zika told you. As they run up, they arrive to their home, and suddenly they all look a little aged, the oldest one gone from here now. There is now another child in a small crib that has a cover on it. And you see this young tiefling girl kind of trying to take peeks in the crib. And in this room, you see a very concerned, the mother from before. Still very fit. Looks great for having 3 children with the Demon King. She sits with her hands held, leaning forward on a modest-looking chair. And in front of her, you see a human male with a red coat. As Devorian Reginald looks much younger than you've ever seen him. Healthier and actually bigger in his younger state than he is now in his skinnier, unhealthy one.
Yeah. Finally look happy.
He looks determined. You see this through a very interesting perspective. Almost top down, it feels like almost like a scry for those of you who have experienced that before. As if your will pushes you to see and understand the image. You understand the emotions, the feelings. You also have a very clear view of Mr. Reginald's thoughts and his emotions in particular. These children that belong to Azatheron, that world, these half-demons, they have a great potential, a great power that can also be seen and felt by other demons, especially when they're together. It's dangerous. And it's a charge in which the power required to keep them hidden has been turned away from. They exchange words for a while. The words don't matter, but you understand the meaning. As Mr. Reginald turns around, the younger Mr. Reginald, by quite a bit, crouches down into a squat as Samira actually runs up and gives a little leaping hug to Mr. Reginald. Actually picks her up, looks back at Leah, and they walk out the door together.
Leah and Reginald.
Mr. Reginald,
You got babies?
And the girl.
just Samira. As them together is too dangerous for all of them, especially so close to places like Horridale and the natural demons that roam the Sethic Valley. You have a very key dialogue into Mr. Reginald's mind as he raises Samira, in a way, for months, maybe a little bit more than a year. And he finds a lot of joy in it. You then see, you hear the booming of the voice, but not the words. But again, you recognize the meanings. It's almost like the language is unfamiliar, but your knowledge of these people understand. He turns around and he sees, Joan, you recognize this person. This very strong man with this purple and green and blue ethereal robe that goes onward. He has a bushy orange beard and orange hair, a strong look, bushy eyebrows. As Calgan warns Mr. Reginald of the incoming threat.
He's a redhead? Bruh. That's crazy. He's a redhead. Wait, question. Calvin, I like this guy. I like this guy.
The future is very uncertain, as the child of the Demon King is going to become a great threat. It's time for Mr. Reginald to pick up his training once again, with Calvin. As he turns around, looking at the young Samira, reading one of his books. And you all feel an empathic feeling of devastation. As it almost feels like you're flying. You understand Mr. Reginald flying through the sky, but at the same time it feels like he's holding you as well. As in the great city of Vordarin, there is a sign outside that says the Vorhawk Refuge. As Mr. Reginald puts Samira down, big eyes staring back up at him, an older gentleman opens the door, bald hair on the sides, ready to accept her. Mr. Reginald takes this book, Robin of Hoodwinked, hands it to Samira. She runs and hugs him tight around the legs.
It's like she's approaching.
It is Mr. Reginald.
Mr. Reginald has been gone a while now.
Oh, she kisses him.
As Samira sits on her bed in the corner of this room with hundreds of other children. She seems a little sad until this young boy with dirty brown hair comes up, sits on the bed next to her, and offers her a little scrap of clean food, which is nice, that he probably stole. His name is Varian. And in that moment, you become a lot more aware of the people around you once again.
I know this one.
Of the white outlines that you and your compatriots make out of as you find yourself on an endless street with heavy rain. Again, a similar feeling as when you're on the playground. You don't feel the wetness of the rain, but you feel the weight as it weighs down on your clothes and the rain gets heavier. You're on this one-way street, tall buildings that disappear into void above you, as there's really only a way to go forward or backward. The rain is so loud that you cannot hear each other. For the purpose of this, your condition is deafened.
It's nice that you put the City of Tears music in this position, seeing as it's always raining there.
What would you like to do?
Go forward. Oh, do these work? Can I check if these work? Just really quick, just be like, I can't hear anything, can you?
You don't wear earrings. Your ears are not pierced.
Are my ears a shape I'm
Look
not
down at my hands.
usually?
You look like Rowan.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
You did
Perception is an interesting thing in this experience
Can you
that Zika is giving to you.
I know Rowan would probably start walking.
Yeah, forward.
that. Yeah, can Joan start flying forward?
Your sight also gets tricky.
Okay.
As you try to fly up, the rain gets even heavier and pushes you down. Forward or back.
Forward.
Forward.
Is
Okay.
my sight tricky?
Yes.
Oh.
You've had the same image as everyone else
Oh,
has
that's
had.
right. 'Cause we have the
Perception is
perception of. Yep.
is a lie.
I'm
Maybe.
with you.
I haven't confirmed anything that you have guessed.
Okay. Anyway, we keep going.
This rain, man, it weighs on you. It feels impossible. Your movement starts to be slowed. 5, then 10 feet. Your vision starts to be impaired by the mist of the splashing rain coming off of the floor. It seems like your obstacle doesn't even feel forward or back. It feels above you and on you. And without the ability to speak to anyone else, you look around and find yourselves individually completely alone. What would you like to do?
Why am I here?
Message to Rowan.
That is a target you can see.
It's message is someone you can see or someone you're familiar with.
You can point in the direct, like if you can know in the direction of someone you're familiar with, kind of thing.
Record a creature within range of the message.
You don't know what direction he is in, unfortunately.
Oh, that's
Is there any? Are
Gonna
there
move around on the camera a little bit more because TikTok thought we were inactive.
No. Is there?
Everyone do this. Blah 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 blah.
Ah, we
Yes,
did-
Rowan. What would you like to do?
Can I make a general perception check on
Perception.
any sort of characteristics of this rain outside of maybe color differences? Like, does it feel like water at all? Because I know I don't feel
You
wet.
cannot perceive it because you don't see the rain, only the splashes on the ground. Just like on the playground.
Can I?
She'll probably have her head down.
Can I kind of pick up my cloak and try to like cover myself and cover like a patch of the ground and see if I can see anything in this?
Make an athletics check.
Ooh.
Your
Heavy
cloak
rain.
is so heavy.
Oh, okay. Athletics? That's not for Rowan. 10.
Tough.
Does it feel like there's no other choice but to turn back?
I want to.
If that occurs to you,
I want to run forward.
make an athletics check with disadvantage.
I want to turn back.
Okay.
See if it.
You're moving like 5 feet
Is
every
it, so
6
is
seconds.
it as difficult to go backwards as it is to go forward?
Yes.
Okay.
It's becoming even more and more difficult. The rain beats down at you as your main obstacle.
10.
You are unable to run.
And I can't stop the rain.
In fact, you fall down and you begin to grab at the ground and pull yourself forward.
What does it feel like the ground is made of?
The hardest rock you've ever felt.
Flat or like cobblestone?
Uneven cobble.
Okay.
Is
Yeah.
there anything around me that I can touch?
Tall buildings with seemingly no alleyways between. Also, your vision is impaired by the mist and the rain, so
Just keep crawling forward. There's nowhere else to go.
Yeah, can I just keep crawling forward?
I'm going. Rowan will probably just call out, just in general. Not that anybody in the party would hear him, but I think in just sort of like, "Hello, is anybody out there? Hello."
your voice is tired from doing this so much.
Aww.
Why? is so sad. Are there any like awnings or like empty buildings to the side?
Any doors at all into these buildings?
Why is she alone in the rain? This is so sad.
Can I try to cover a little bit and push with my feet, like vertically this way? Off this
You, particularly, cannot do any movements other than pulling yourself.
So the rain is so thick we can't see, or is it like it's the
It's the splashing of it and the general storm around you. It's one of the worst storms you've been in, and mainly also the weight of the rain beating down on top of you.
So I try and like cast Mage Hand to where it's just like floating in front of me, like in front of my feet as I'm walking. So it's like an attempt to like
Make an Arcana check to see how well you position this mage hand,
the goal is to like cover as much as I can.
so the rain won't be on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Actually,
I'll give you advantage on this as well, because you are smaller than you remember, or maybe just as small as you think.
That's it.
I'll give this to you. As you are able to at least keep the rain off of your face and your hood, you find yourself able to stand a little straighter. You can hear a lot now, even though it's difficult. And you notice for the first time an orb in your hand, a physical one. But it looks the same as those globules from earlier. This one does not disappear.
Would I know what this does? Would I recognize this?
Make an insight check.
am I near enough to guidance? Can I like slap in the distance?
You don't know where he is.
Insight?
Yes.
19.
19.
Nice.
This feels like you're starting to remember what happens next. I don't know if you guys are keying in on puzzle cutscene.
I'm starting to
Yes.
remember what happens next.
Yep.
So what
It
part-
doesn't. This doesn't. It no longer feels like an endless road. I'll say.
So I have some sort of idea that I'm going somewhere. This isn't just walking forever.
Yeah, you definitely have a destination. You have a reason. Anyone else?
Can I use shape water to just kind of?
Very easily.
Yeah.
You have a very similar effect as well. Once the rain is off you, you look down and you have an orb.
I wanna start moving forward.
Okay. I will say that since the rain around you has simmered, you can see farther, and also you guys can see the glow of each other's orbs.
Can Joan crawl?
Would you like to meet up?
Yeah.
Cool. Jump.
Can Joan like turtle into her cloak and try to like, and she'll stop crawling and just try to like dry.
Yeah.
Can I put another cloak on top of me?
Your breathing starts to slow.
Am I dying?
You're suffocating yourself with the heavy cloak.
Tavler, Rowan,
can
or
we-
you two.
Sorry.
Well, because we meet up, have we now kind of consolidated around the light?
Only-
Not you and
only
Tavler.
we-
You guys
only
can't
we
see each
can-
other's
just
light.
you two, just you.
These two are together, yeah.
I-
They both have orbs. You don't even have an orb. What's an orb?
Everyone's got to
Yeah,
figure
you're
out
right.
a way to see.
Perhaps.
Can I attempt to? I don't know what my target is. That was because I want to dispel magic, but I don't feel like I have a target. Like
Can I-
dispel magic on the rain.
Can I drink the potion of aqua affinity?
Happen to have.
Yeah, she does.
She does. She gets one of those like potion rooms.
Oh, was that from the little cave with the little sprites?
It was actually.
Yeah, sure. I also say this doesn't get rid of it in your inventory, but it is expended. The rain feels like it's not even there anymore, and you have a globule of light in your hand, and you can stand.
Can I remember that I have this staff
Oh, yes, you do.
that controls water.
For like a mile, yeah.
Yeah. I will use it to control the water and create a protective.
But my
protect
rain
myself
umbrella for
myself.
being a
Just
storm
yourself?
sorcerer doesn't work.
Well, No, for
Not the passive.
we'll say as big of an area as I can.
Sure,
I will
this
try to-
entire road is now clear of water. You now all see yourselves.
I wonder what the answer to the puzzle was.
Holding different orbs.
Are they?
Let's put them together. Put them together. Ding.
As you put the orbs together, there is still a strong, heavy rain. As in the dead of night, you hear the sounds next to you. And you see Varian. And two others. Near a window with some tied sheets. It's a classic image.
Yeah, they're trying to escape.
As you barely come to consciousness of the movement, you see one of the kids already at the window, an older girl. See one of them at the bottom, and Varian looking at you, far disinterested from the window. And in a similar way where you don't understand the words, but you understand the meanings. There's been a lot of the older kids that have been sneaking out, trying to get away from here, away from the neglect and the hungry. Varian ushers Samira to come with him. As she accepts, these three kids climb down the sheet all the way, and Samira pokes her head out the window, feeling the rain on her head. And in a moment of fear, she reaches up, looking down at Varian, and closes the window on the other side, fearing the consequences of getting caught, and also knowing that it's a hard world where people don't care. She's still very young at this point, probably in the 5 or 6, something like that. Very young child. She lays in bed for about an hour before she decides that she did want to go. She opens the window, looking down, hoping that Varian would still be looking up, but he's nowhere to be seen. She grabs a dark sheet, ties it around her neck, and starts climbing down. She does okay. Stumbles at the last 5 feet or so, lands on her bottom. And she looks at the roads that seem to go on endlessly and just begins to walk. For seemingly forever, maybe in circles, maybe a straight line, it's hard to tell. Eventually she becomes panicked. She starts to call out for her friend and the others. Occasionally, an adult would come. It's like 1 to 4 in the morning, somewhere in that area. But as per usual, they simply walk on the other side of the road. And as she continues walking, there are these 3 men on the other side of the road, and they don't switch sides. They seem to stumble as they walk. And through the rain, it was hard to see. She kind of bumps into him. And then your brains just hear the screaming, the anger, as these men and their drinks start accusing this shadowy figure of trying to steal from them or make them look silly. She actually almost knocks over one of these grown men. One of them strikes her to the ground. And then they strike her again. Through laughter and angry screams, they kick her over and over again. She tries to call up for Varian one last time, but is unable to make any noise. She can't move. Congratulating each other, the men continue to walk. As she reaches out a shaking hand, grabs at the cobble, and tries to pull herself with one arm forward. Until, leaving blood behind her, she walks in the rain. People come by, but they walk on the other side of the road. Until she stops moving. Her breathing slows under the weight. And she dies alone.
I think it's pretty climactic.
This is pretty depressing.
You find yourselves in some sort of carriage. Not like a horse carriage, but a cart. Like an iron horse that moves on its own. There's levers and winches and dials you don't understand. Pipes going in and up through the ceiling. Doors on each side. This memory seems very foreign to you. If this is even a memory, or a vision, or a dream about another life. Continues forward. It's warm here. This metal box feels hot to the touch even. And you start to feel afraid. You don't even feel like Zafira anymore. Mr. Reginald grabs his head as he wakes up in the night. As you feel screams. You know those screams. They're not yours, but you know them. You're very familiar with this connection. He starts to wince. He starts to make noise. And he knows that something is very wrong with Zafira. He moves his legs out of the bed and grabs his coat. A woman that was in the bed with him, with brown hair and blue eyes, looks very concerned. As you see a younger Penelope Chrono Eyes, looking very anxiously at the young Mr. Reginald.
How many clothes? None of them?
How many?
Something has happened to Zafira. And if it's true, then he knows it's his fault. He's the one who stole her second. He rushes out the door, mumbled explanations as the woman follows behind him through the rain of Vordarin, leaving their place. He flies throughout for a while in the rain, and he knows exactly where to go. And he flies down, and as he does, someone walks on the other side of the street, completely ignoring this blackened sheet with blood, wet blood, trailing behind this figure. He takes off the cloak. And there's silence. Penelope flies and lands behind him. And he screams, but not in horror, but in rage. Your familiarity begins to grow with Mr. Reginald and Zafira. So much so that you begin to understand the voices. As you hear Mr. Reginald spit, "Show me!" first she refuses. But he fires again. More vile this time. Show me! Golden runes appear at Penelope's hands with clicking clock hands. As golden dust appears in the room around him and forms different figures, these three men, as they begin to shout from a clear accident, and they begin to kick and brutalize Zafira. And it's all Mr. Reginald's fault. Tears streak down his face, but the anger is far more apparent than anything else. As the gold dust continues on the path, Mr. Reginald picks up Zafira, hands her to Penelope, and begins to follow the dust. Penelope tried to follow, carrying Zafira in her arms. Eventually he came to the home of a lonely, drunken man. You see the dark room illuminated in moonlight, a break in the clouds, and the silhouette of an angry, patient man waiting for him as he walks in. A red rune appears at Mr. Reginald's hand as he looks down on this drunken man who can barely even stand. But then the rune disappears as Mr. Reginald approaches the man and kicks him over and over and over. His own heartbeat in his ears so loud he cannot hear, until the fourth or fifth scream from Penelope behind him to stop. Penelope in tears, holding Zafira for him. He walks right past there and flies to another place. Opens the door, this time not even a thought about the room as he approaches the man, and this time with his fists strikes him over and over as Penelope follows him the entire time, begging him to stop. The third man. He arrives at an orphanage as the drunken master of the Vorhog Refuge sits in his room. This one he will make suffer the most. Mr. Reginald breaks every bone in his body. Tries to sober him up a little bit so he knows exactly why this is happening to him, and beats him to death. As Penelope watches and asks how and why. Even if for vengeance, why didn't you just use your magic? Why did you need to feel their blood and their terror? She follows him outside as he just stands in the rain as the blood on his face and hands just drips off of him. In this moment, you all find yourselves on this glowing spotlighted platform in the void. This one almost feels like a dream within a dream. And you see three paths around you made of light, going in three directions. You as individuals find yourself alone in this moment. There is no one around you. There's just this circular spotlight and the three paths. Down one of them is the mage Calgon Lycansky. On the left, in the center, you see the beautiful young Penelope Chronowise, her hands on the shoulder of a young purple tiefling girl looking at you expectantly. And down the path on the right, you see yourself. Which path would you like to go down, Tavlor? Calgon, Penelope, and Zafira. Or yourself. Kevin. Try speaking up a little bit for TikTok audio.
I moved down the path towards myself.
But you don't know that. You are by yourself, and this is your decision. Where do you go?
Do I recognize the purple as it is?
I can't give you any other information. This is your choice to make based off of your own thoughts and your own mind. I think you can feel who they are, but maybe not know a name or a relationship.
Oh, that's rough, Joe.
You have to do it twice.
I gotta do it twice.
Go ahead.
Do I feel any kind of emotion coming from any of the directions? Like, do I feel some sort of, like, from Penelope and Samara, I feel some kind of, like, desperation or, like...
However you think you would feel. That goes for all of you. I'm not going to tell you how you feel. This is your decision.
I would...
This also isn't very long loop, but take your time. I couldn't find an extended version of this.
I think I would have done.
Okay. Rowan.
Where did you go?
I think Rowan would take a step towards the path that shows himself,
Okay.
and then sensing the kind of power of Caliban.
As you do look back, you do notice that they turn their heads to watch your decision. You were the only one who looked behind him afterwards.
Yeah, and I will go to Caliban's.
Okay. Sora.
Do ourselves, do we look the same, or as, like, what do ourselves look like? Just the same as we
You're
are?
you.
You're you.
Mm-hmm.
As we last were.
As we last were.
As you would recognize.
So Sora would probably go towards herself.
Okay. Joan.
Joan is incredibly, instinctually drawn towards Caliban.
Is that where you go? Where does Calliope go?
But it's herself.
Okay.
She also doesn't know if that is
She has plans for them.
not that well.
At the break of day, Mr. Reginald, dirt and blood still stained on his face, digs a hole alone, with Zephyra's body next to him. And as he is almost finished digging this grave, he puts his hand to his head again and begins to mumble, having the one-way conversation. You are pretty familiar, and you know exactly what the message is that's going out to him. As he looks up from his sorrow, the fire in his eyes returns as he picks up Zephyra's broken body and begins to fly. For 3 days straight, he flies north. On the daybreak of the third day, he comes and lands on the outskirts of this village, where these humanoid people that look like humans but are winged fly around. a bustling town of the Asimir. In a thicket of mountains, he walks past them with the broken child. It starts to cause a little bit of a stir, but you see his eyes and you know his thoughts. He's determined. He brushes past them. He ignores them, focusing only on the goal, this inner sanctum that he was told to go to. Occasionally a guard tries to stop him, but with his immense magical prowess, remembering his training that caused the death of this young one, he brushes them aside, easily. In this sanctum, multiple Asimir are there. They're doing some sort of work with magics or arts. As they see Mr. Reginald barge in, they all try to stop him, and he easily, with a wave of his hand and a single rune, blasts them away from them. They begin to flee outside as he takes a place at the center altar, as this black rune extends from his feet, placing Zephyra on this altar and doing everything as he is instructed to do. More Asimir come here, but the dark magic in this room is too much for them. They aren't able to enter, as a green portal appears in front of him. And from this green portal, this hellish fire of red and black and orange fill the room. A familiar darkness to you now, but very different from normal flames of this world. And among the fire, these black birds with red eyes covering their scalps also fly around the room with eyes pointing in every direction. A shadow begins to appear, and this blackened hand appears from this portal, this clawed hand. With much effort, it holds in it this medallion, or maybe a small gong, and in the center it, a glowing green that shines above Zephyra's body. The room is filled with a sense of blindness, decay, and death, as there's a great magical effect of black and green. You're unsure how much time has passed, but there is now nothing around you. On the floor in front of you is this young tiefling girl. The green portal, with the last of these birds flying back through it, the hand remaining with this medallion, still hovering over the purple tiefling girl. The rest of this town completely gone, no inhabitants. All you see around you is broken ground. But you feel joy, and you see on Mr. Reginald's face this excitement, this smile, as he holds the young girl's hand. As her eyes begin to open, she starts to sit up in the dirt, and immediately her hands go to her head. She starts to mutter and wail, almost as if she's going mad for just a moment. And then you see the black hand with the medallion extend one finger towards Mr. Reginald. The black crows suddenly filter out again and surround him in this tornado. They fly and they cover his body, almost suffocating him. He can't breathe. They cover his mouth with their blackened necrotic feathers. And he feels himself getting smaller. As he changes form into a much smaller, weaker form. Zephyra sits up and looks down at him. He is no bigger than her hand. So, you all find yourself in a similar spotlighted room as before, but instead there are no paths. In this room, floating in stasis, is a grown tiefling woman, laying still. An old friend. You all stand in a half circle around each other, holding hands. And between Calliope and Joan's hands is this medallion with the green gem. And Joan, you hold it in your hand confidently. It was the same one that was hovering over the young girl's body before. What would you like to do?
Do I have an instinct as to what I would like to do?
That's what I asked you.
Well,
Tell me what to do, Deanne.
can I cast a spell?
What spell would you like to cast?
Well, I don't know what I want to do. I want to bring her back alive.
How would you like to do that?
Okay.
You're all here as well.
So, am I like surprised that I'm here?
I don't know, are you?
Do we recognize this as Samira?
An old friend.
Can I get Calliope's help?
What do you want to do? You guys are also all here.
Well, Calliope has raised it.
Could we? No, wait.
Just hold
It
the
has to be-
medallion up to her.
Yeah. Just,
Okay, can I just do that?
As you do that.
There's a whole cutscene about how important this medallion is.
Have it just raise their hand up to Samira.
That way I can cast a spell through it.
No, I think it makes sense.
As you do, you see her chest begin to move up and down as full pigment returns to her skin, and as these eyes opened, they are black.
Do we see anything squirrely going on with Joan?
That was good.
Excuse me, Mr. Squirrel.
Oh, we're back in the cutscene.
As the squirrel looks up at this young girl. I'm sorry to bother you, but I think I'm lost. Do you know where I am? The squirrel looks down at his own tiny little paws. Come to think of it, I don't know who I am either.
Oh, that's so on brand.
And you hear the darkened voice that commands you, do not invoke her name. I gave her. She must be given a new name.
Ah. No.
Well, that went back to character creation. I remember that story.
Not Zafira. Samira. Your name is Samira. Oh, good. Mr. Squirrel, why do I hear you in my head? Because I don't think squirrels are supposed to talk to people. Very expressive.
I love
Because I am your very special squirrel. And it's not Mr. Squirrel, but you can call me... Let's see. Mr. Reginald. Yes, Mr. Reginald. And I am going to take care of you.
so freaking sweet. That's my baby.
Kevin. You feel a tear run down your physical cheek. As it runs down onto the hand on the side of your face that falls as you return to the treehouse, and Zika or Samira or Zafira has gone limp once more. As you all come back to yourselves in the treehouse, Zika has fulfilled his promise. And at that is where we are going to take a break. Thank you, Vince.
Bro.
We'll come back in 10 to 15 minutes. We're going to get a snack. We'll go to the bathroom. You guys should do the same. It could be great. Could be fun. Thanks for tuning in. We'll be back in a little bit to play more Dungeons & Dragons. See you in a sec.
Oh, man.
What's off now?
I'm glad I didn't write her backstory.
TTYM. And here we are. Welcome back! Hi everyone. Sorry we needed a little long break. Oh, it was hard.
Cheers.
And now we're back in the world of Ernaxia, and it should be a good time.
Dungeons and Dragons.
So let's stop playing this very sad music and play some mysterious music as we dive back into the world.
The world.
As
The world.
everyone else has pretty much fallen asleep,
The world.
except for the 6 of you,
Yes.
Core 5 and Calliope. Standing in the room together, you all remember all these experiences. These visions that Zika showed you. What would you like to do?
Joe's gonna go over to Samira
Okay.
and feel her forehead
Okay.
and try to like put a finger or her knife underneath her nose to see if there's any.
Not breathing.
Is her forehead warm at all or cold?
She's back in her stasis form, so she is under the effect of the runic magic, so you can kind of feel that on her.
If you open her eye, can you open her eye and see what color it is?
Probably see like a white pupil with a tint of yellow.
That was.
Do we still have a green amulet, or was that all part of it?
All part of the vision.
Nuts.
Do I recognize? Could I make a check to see if I recognize said amulet?
Sure.
Any research?
Make a history check.
Yeah.
I'll give you advantage on this too.
Guidance!
Okay.
There's definitely stuff on this
Yeah.
amulet that nobody asked about that's pretty easy to ascertain.
Wait, we still have the amulet?
No. You can remember it though.
Huge.
It's huge.
27.
27
Dang.
is definitely Azanite in the middle.
Okay.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I
One
figured.
hundo P?
100p.
Yeah,
100p.
nice.
Was there any like interesting qualities about this specific Azanite, or the metal around it? Any inscriptions?
It was gold. It kind of looked like a gong with like there were like inscriptions of like a circular design, but nothing you've ever like seen before. The dark, scary hand that was like ethereal necrotic
Yeah.
was a standout, as well as the black birds that served as the magic coming from it was also kind of terrifying.
Yeah. A little bit.
You also definitely recognized the flames caught your eye.
That's what I was gonna. I was gonna let the cutscene write it out, but I was like, hellfire.
I put a little bit in for
Or
everybody.
demon fire.
It's literally only called Demon Fire because I didn't want you guys singing the song for Hellfire every time.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it would have been
Smart.
called Hellfire.
Smart plan. Smart plan. I like it.
Um,
Don't blame you.
I think we have to find that amulet. It's Azanite for sure. Gold Azanite. There's potentially. I mean,
It looked gold.
And
it appeared gold.
Warwick's asleep, right?
It's
Yeah, Warwick is snoozing.
everyone but us and Calliope.
I imagine that. I mean, wouldn't Reginald have kept it?
He did turn into a squirrel immediately afterwards.
That's a good point.
He has said that the whole squirrel moment in his life is pretty
Shaky.
Do
fuzzy.
we remember seeing the amulet after?
The large hand kept it in its hand when it pointed at Reginald for the birds to swallow him and transform him into a squirrel.
Yeah. Did we see that after that?
You don't know after the squirrel transformation because there was a skip to Samira now feeling okay, but with lost memories.
So.
I wonder if it's we activate that ritual, we summon that hand again that has the
Can you check the
amulet.
YouTube audio, Aaron?
It seemed too like Reginald had to go to that place. You know, he traveled 3
Exactly.
days
No, exactly.
to get there. It was,
It was like he was
specific.
being told. You think
Or
that was Zika?
desperate?
It could be
I
Zika.
think Zika was communicating any of those things.
Oh.
Dark birds thing going on. Was that
I don't think Zika
was that like? Would I know that would be indicative to like the Raven Queen at all?
It reminded you of like maybe ravens or crows, but these were definitely its own thing.
Demon.
Yeah, they also had like glowing red eyes, but it went all around their scalp.
That's deeply unsettling.
Uh-huh.
Zika only went into her body after she was resurrected for the first time, correct? Is that something that is pre-established?
Make a history check.
Oh, thank goodness. He's giving us a chance. Guidance.
Because I'm pretty
Episode
sure
49. Sorry about the audio. I don't know what happened.
history.
I'm guiding you. Oh, I guided her so well.
I don't have a grade.
Good guide.
Good guide.
17.
17. And can you tell me the wording of your question again?
I asked if Zika became a part of Samira after she died the first time.
He did tell you in his story that he went into Samira's heart, which was supposed to be where the Demon King went as part of the contract. He went into the heart when after she died the first time.
So it wouldn't have been Zika talking.
Could have been the Demon King. Because Reginald said that he's been in communication with him.
I think he just was I think he knew about it, and I think that he pre-established.
But he was talking to somebody.
There was a moment where it seemed like somebody was talking in his head.
He was receiving instructions.
Does that seem correct?
Did it appear that he was receiving instructions?
If that is how you ascertain the information, then sure.
To me, it appeared like he was receiving instructions.
I'm not the god in the sky that tells you if you're right all the time.
I know. Reagan.
Is there a way? So we know Zika's in the heart of Samira.
Mm-hmm.
Can I message him
You can certainly try.
if I target like the heart and I'm familiar with Zika?
You can certainly try.
Do I have message?
Can you see the heart?
You don't have to see it.
Yeah,
It doesn't have to be in sight.
sure.
Yeah, it's just
Depend-
like,
yeah, but just thinking about familiarity,
Are you familiar with?
you don't know like what Zika's form is or what it looks like. So I would say you might have to do a little if that's your intention.
Look at her heart.
Classic seppuku.
Does anyone have X-ray
She's
vision?
dead.
Does anyone have X-ray vision?
Do I have X-ray vision?
if any of us were like a warlock.
Why?
How powerful is he? How powerful am I?
I don't
Questions
know
for later.
I don't know how my eyes work. I find out something new every time we play the game.
Cool.
I am.
Tabler, you guys are just gathered around Samira right now, pondering what you've seen. If you had anything you wanted to add or say, or
No, I'm vibing.
Oh, did Zika mentioned the name of this town, didn't he?
Well, he told us he definitely said they were in the Eternatui Mountains. We don't know where in the Eternatui Mountains, and it's a big mountain.
it's a country,
It's a country.
which is just not like a ruled country, but just.
But
Is it like a country the way Liechtenstein is a country, or a country
Why don't you make a
the way
history check?
Germany is a country.
Guidance.
like a Russia or
Not one. Doesn't
It's a
matter.
bunch of Liechtensteins.
So there is somewhere in a giant country where an Esamir village that suddenly disappeared that we have to be able to find. A village that's not even there anymore.
I think I might have to make a call
to who?
to the only SMR we know.
Who's that?
You know, the only SMR that we're familiar with.
Yeah.
Saved our lives in the desert. Came in on a ship
Oh
on the
my
sand.
gosh!
Are you actually joking?
Amber's third character. That's so weird.
No way we're doing this right now.
This is beyond me. This is before my time.
That's just my first thought. Asmar. Who do we know as Asmar? Lucky.
Lucky's an ass.
Jones
Oh, I guess I
gonna
did know
give
Lucky for like 6
Kevin
months.
the
You did
orbit
know
bending.
Lucky.
Pretty good.
Lucky the orphaned ass.
Oh wait. Could I see that really fast?
What? I don't have the orb of
No, I
sight.
was talking to Reagan.
Oh, Reagan.
Can I see that fast?
Yeah.
He wants to make his call that he's been waiting to make.
I just.
He prepped it off stream.
I'm worried.
All right.
I want to make sure.
Oh,
I gave
he
it to
wants to make sure Steve's okay.
So I am going
Roll a d20.
to roll a d20. I'm gonna roll a 10
Okay.
on the
What we
d20.
roll is how many words you get.
Roll a d4.
And I am going to envision Steve the Talons.
Okay.
Forgot about that.
And my 25 words, I already have them counted out. I have written down. Captain Rowan requesting location and status of Talon Regiment. I am safe and mournful that I lost you all. Reply with 25 words. Godspeed, Lieutenant.
Just got promoted.
Whoa, Captain? I was flying in a war zone and there were these pigs with wings that spoke to me and said, anyway, where?
Wait, flying.
Oh, that's so mean. Flying
So, make an Arcana check for me, real quick.
There's a picture
Guidance.
of pigs in the vision. That was drawn a picture of pigs.
Another nat 1! Back to
I'm
back!
glad you didn't get it on your sending d20. Okay, yeah, okay, I'll give you advantage because this is dumb.
Crazy. Not a ton better. 13.
Sending does not wake the person up. They can still respond lucidly, but you get this sense that he was definitely having some weird dream because it is hours after battle, late at night. You don't know how long this vision was, but
He's alive?
yeah!
Well, that's good. Okay, I can live with that.
Anyway, wizard knowledge, sending does not wake the user up.
No.
For you,
Here you go.
Sending does not wake the user up. That's so cool.
What time of day is time of night?
You have no idea because you were just taken to like this weird memory realm, but late and you're tired.
Understood.
It was night when you left.
When we were looking
Davenport.
for the door, it was night in Vordarin.
Time zones too.
That
It's a whole
being
thing.
the case, probably say it's getting late.
Some
I
rest.
should probably.
We're definitely all battle weary, right? This
Yeah.
is
Oh,
after
yeah, I'm
our
still-
full-
Yeah, your fatigue is
This is
way
the
back.
full
You feel
day of
sore
battle.
and cut and.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's let's take
Let's take a rest.
let's take a rest and then in the morning.
Hey, make some calls. Regroup.
well, before the orb resets for the morning, Joe's gonna try to contact TJ.
Okay.
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna roll?
What would you like?
Roll a d20.
What would you like me to do?
Roll a d1.
Natural 20!
Okay.
I didn't
You
think
thought he was gonna talk first?
No. Okay. Larian, it's Joan. I'm okay. Where are you? Are you all right?
You're at 11.
How can we find you? I need you.
You don't have to hit the word count if you're done.
No. I love you.
Ooh.
Come back.
Oh, there
Seal
it
seal
is.
it with a
Oh, there it is.
sound.
She said I love you first through text. I'm just saying.
Wow.
Can you roll a percentile die and a d10 for me, please?
Ooh, that's a D100 roll, but without the effort of getting out a D100.
You know, I can.
Anyway, he's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
That wasn't going good for me. Come on.
I've got the. Ooh,
Looks like a 19.
it does look like an 19.
Or an 81.
Or an 81.
It was shocked.
The D100 is just hard to roll.
You make a connection. But even his head is full of screams.
Oh,
So sad.
And you just told him you loved him.
I would even say that's really gonna rattle you.
Joan, you okay? What'd you hear? Did he respond? No. Is he alive? Okay, well that's a good sign.
He's just screaming.
That's a less good sign. We'll find him. We'll find him.
I can't leave him like that. What are we supposed to do? Girian's there too.
Sora's gonna perk up. What did you hear?
That was it. Like I said, just screaming.
Like screaming in multiple voices, or just him screaming.
It was just hilarious.
Ah, that's-
You didn't hear or have any indication of Girian, but Girian also went through a portal a little more willingly, but he did.
Well, you know that they won't kill him because
Is that
Lucidar said he didn't want to make a martyr out of him, so he can be saved.
Yeah, he'll just be tortured and his mind shattered.
I'm just saying he's still alive. Trying
Say
to
that
be
out loud in front of
optimistic.
the visibly
Why?
distraught girlfriend.
Oh, Rowan does. He has no social juice.
Sora's gonna do a mage hand backhand to Rowan. Shut up! What did I say?
5 pounds left.
What did I do? I was just being honest. Sometimes honesty, not great.
And honestly, it's more of a mage hand
5 pounds of pressure.
as it floats through the air.
It was kind of comforting. I feel better, thank you. There was like a caress.
Joan is completely non-responsive to everything going on, and she just sits on the floor against the wall, holding her head.
What's Calliope doing?
Calliope, upon seeing what happened with Joan's boyfriend,
Is worried about her boyfriend.
she turns to her friends. So we're gonna go find.
They're all asleep.
Ah.
Yeah, we should probably take a rest.
Yeah,
You
let's
snuck
go
that
to
call
bed.
in right before we
Yeah.
right before we were gonna hit sack. Maybe those are just screams in his dreams. Maybe he's just having a really bad
I don't think
nightmare.
you're being very tasteful right now,
I said
if I'm
maybe
being
he's-
quite honest.
I just said maybe he's having a really bad nightmare. That was supposed to be consoling. Okay, I'll stop now. I'm just gonna be over here sleeping in the corner.
Thank you, Rowan.
Of course, anytime.
Tavel or Kevin, anything you guys would like to do?
Kevin's gonna walk over to Joan and sit a comfortable distance away and just kind of lean back against a wall or a beanbag or a bookcase or whatever is there to lean on and just kind of keep an eye on her.
And her eyes are like almost unblinking, just staring forward, lost in thought. And
How many hit points does Joan have right now?
she has 0. Or it says 0.
Oh, that's not great.
But I know she was up. I think she might
It's
have had
probably
like
like
I
a
think
like
you
a
were-
butterfly princess one.
Something like
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
You were down just before the big, because I came over to revive you, then big shard.
But I came up.
Well, he healed you.
I had just healed
Cure,
you.
Okay.
So it was like
cure
12.
wounds you. So you
Yeah,
probably just
I
12.
have a very small amount. Girl, this is so my fault. I just felt bad.
She was like, girl, and I was like, I'm in trouble. I don't know why.
Joan, you fall asleep.
Okay.
Oh, did someone cast sleep on her?
Imogen casts sleep on you.
My girl!
So, sister moment.
Oh,
Oh.
I thought Calliope was gonna
Calliope's
cast
down.
sleep on her. Oh.
Twin thing.
I will sleep.
Yeah, I'm going to bed.
Rowan is going to calm.
This is definitely like a.
Okay, well, if you haven't done so already, please gain the benefits of a long rest. Well, that was the same note.
Can you get out of my freaking brain for a second?
Get out of my head, Charles.
It's so funny.
And the next morning, you awake back in the treehouse. Different vibe. Very different vibe in the treehouse than when Mr. Reginald is running the show. I would say. Sometimes. I'd say Kevin wakes up first. You guys wake up after everyone else in the party, but definitely just some info, just because there's a lot of NPCs. I'm not going to take you through everyone. Calyx is running a little bit of a fever. He's not doing well after multiple dragon transformations and fighting and getting wrecked. Mabel's taking care of him. Gabrielle is also helping Mabel because they are homegirls. Warwick and Imogen have continuously fought this morning over who is in charge of the treehouse since you still have gotten no word or update on Mr. Reginald, Penelope, or Charon. You probably wake up the next day around noon at the earliest. Let's see, am I forgetting anyone else? Joan would probably wake up with Ethne playing with her hair, but Joan's over there.
Cute.
Hi, John.
Spilled the string a fourth time.
Can you put it on that side now?
Yep.
The day's yours. What would you guys like to do?
DM question.
Sure.
To attach a chain of returning to a weapon, would that require magical or forgery needs?
Is this like artificer type stuff, or is there
Sounds artificial.
just standard forge
Yeah.
work?
I believe how it works is that it like hangs on your
How the heck do you get a chain of returning?
because he looted.
Cash, baby.
Oh,
We killed Narkesh, remember?
And I
I
took
do.
all his stuff.
I took all this
Sorry.
stuff.
Usually you can just attach it to your weapon as it like is on your hip. It's like a chink, and usually there's a strength check to see if you can return it. But honestly, with your strength score and stuff, I would just say you can use it when you want to, as a bonus, as a bonus action.
So does it work any differently than just rebonding a weapon?
You would need to expend your bonus action to make your weapon like it's like an attachment, like tink, to attack extra attack if you want to.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's a new bonus action. Have fun with it.
Cool. Well, that was my question on that one. I had something else. I forgot. I guess it wouldn't work.
I would like to try to make some chocolate chip pancakes.
Do you have cooking tools or proficiencies?
Nope, I want to try to raid Reginald's kitchen, and I would like to attempt.
Oh, he's got a pantry.
chocolate chip pancakes.
Roll a d20.
Okay.
Tell me what happens. Rowan.
Rowan is gonna go to Imogen, actually.
Okay. She literally is doing like this sort of thing right now to Warwick, who's down here, and they're having an argument about.
Oh, this is perfect, actually. This question could potentially apply to both of you.
I could definitely answer your question. Warwick kind of steps in front of her. I could also answer your question probably better than she can.
Listen to the question first. How about that?
I'm a great listener. I'm probably better than her.
Stop!
Shut up!
Is there?
They like start bumping each other.
All right. So.
Stop casting message.
I'm gonna. No, never mind. Just. I'm gonna step between the two of them and like hold my arms out. Stop, please. Please, this is serious. I have a genuine question.
Of course. What's up, bro?
Do either of you know? Are any of you capable of interplanar travel currently?
Imogen and Warwick are gonna look super competitively at each other for a second.
Is that a both yes, both no?
They're both
maybe,
gonna
but
try to
both
say
lie?
whatever the other person is about to say at the same time. They land on no. No, I don't.
Okay.
Where do you need to go?
The Feywild.
Ooh. I mean, you could make the trek to Carbeum.
Rather not do that.
Yeah.
That's very far.
I would. Ideally, it would be some sort of ritual caster portal. Find a way.
I would definitely ask Ethne,
Oh yeah.
Thank you.
She's strong.
I'll make my way there.
the powerful druid.
Joan is still.
Ethne is like playing with your hair.
And she's like curled up.
Mhm.
She probably has like a bucket next to her because she thinks she's gonna throw up.
Sure.
Excuse me, Ethne.
Yes, Rowan, right?
Yes.
Hello.
I just wanted to ask. Are you capable of travel to the Feywild? perchance?
Not quite. That's a tricky one.
Yeah.
I could take you through trees. To any tree that I know.
That's a cool spell.
I know really nice trees, but
I know really nice.
unfortunately, interplanal travel is limited to the most experienced and most powerful druids. Although the random portals that appear when the worlds interconnect, as you probably are aware of, there are even some druids who can detect when and where they'll show up, but unfortunately that is out of my scope.
I understand. No, it was my birthplace, and
I'm familiar with where most of your people.
I recently got in contact with, I guess, my adopted father.
Oh, that's wonderful.
But he said he had some things that would potentially help with my endeavors, and so I was just hoping to get the chance to check up with him and see if I could gain anything. But I understand. Thank you for your help.
Of course. I'll put in a word with Thandril, who's the archdeacon. Archdeacon. Who's the archdruid of Lunarfall.
Thank you.
Something tells me.
Yeah, I remember meeting him.
Thandril Stormwind, yes. He could definitely do what you want him to do.
We have a man in the town somewhere.
He was in the Galewood too.
Yeah, no. I've met him.
That was his first quest as Rowan. He just
Yeah,
tagged
I
along.
fought a tornado and lost.
That's rough, buddy.
We tried to do that.
You remember we had the whole B movie sequence where I was strapped to a boulder.
I do remember that. That was good time.
That was Rowan's introduction
Good
to
times.
the campaign.
All good things.
Okay, that's all right. I'll keep looking. Thank you.
I rolled an 11.
On which check?
Pancakes.
You make pancakes.
I'm
There
very familiar with chocolate.
are some chocolate chips that you didn't find chocolate chips, so you just took the chocolate you already had and mashed them. But they're edible.
I rolled an 11 on
Can Calliope go over?
I would like to make an enormous pile. I want people to feel very
You,
pressured to eat these pancakes.
You run Mr. Reginald's pantry dry.
Yes.
It's empty now.
I'm gonna go around to people. Pancake? Pancake? Well, okay. I'm gonna plates. Do I find plates?
No. 0 points.
No. Like Rowan's just gonna with his beak, just like.
All right, pancake.
Who are you coming to?
Who do you want?
I don't know. You pick.
Calliope first.
Calliope's gonna. Oh.
1 second.
Thank you.
Kevin.
Kev's gonna grab as big a handful as he can with one hand.
Definitely some dough that pours out between your fingers.
Thanks. He's gonna shove the entire hand.
Okay, she was gonna.
You probably
wait for
like
it to
lightning
eat
breath it a little bit. Rule of cool, just kind of like.
Pancakes are hard, guys. They're hard to cook. For reals.
Does it
You have
taste
to cook them
good?
on low heat.
It's fine.
Okay.
What'd you have on that?
Delicious.
It's the most mediocre
I
pancake
rolled
you've
an
ever had.
11. Tavlor, I have breakfast.
Okay, I had Drake on my shoulder. I just kind of walked up and I grabbed one and go, thanks. Yeah, can he eat?
Of course, that's why I made so many.
Drake's gonna grow as big as he can and eat all the
What color is Drake?
Right now he's blue.
He's blue. He's gonna do the same thing except for with the rest of the pancakes. He's just kind of like when a dog gets something off a table and just like same kind of electricity once he notices the doughiness.
That's funny. Sorry, we're working on
But there's so many more people here.
Gabrielle and Mabel are kind of looking over in disdain. The children.
I'm gonna offer my one bite taken out of pancake. Just give it to Drake.
I'm a bigger dragon than that one.
He got like pancakes.
She looks really mad for a second, and then you see like her golden armor appear for a second. She turns, hair flip, golden armor
Mabel,
disappears.
I have normal chocolate too.
Can you just give me some water for Calyx? Calyx is not feeling well.
Yeah. I'm also going to release Kelsier and like he's gonna lay down.
He's gonna sniff around and find some pancake crumbs.
Calliope's gonna go over to Calyx.
I'm gonna get a rag wet and freeze it with shape water and put it on his head.
Again?
We have searched this library so much.
Book this time.
Looking forward to
Depending on how secretive Rowan was about asking about the Feywild to people,
I wasn't super subtle about it.
Kevin will probably instinctively start going to look for books on
Sure.
the Feywild.
Make an investigation check.
Can I look for any maps of the Eternatui Mountains?
Yeah, easy. There's maps all over the desk. You can find anywhere in Barador, really.
Investigation.
Yeah.
That's a 19.
Yeah, easy to find books on Feywild. It's the most, commonly connected other plane in the world. There's literally a place you can go to that is a straight-up connection to an elven city that is in the Feywild that is very common over in the Feywalk. You do have to cross the Awoken Sea to do it. You have to go to Carbeum.
That's so from my reading, that is what I find, is I have to go.
To the other side of the world, or wait for a random connection to open up and be there.
We could teleportation circle the Cardaean if we find one.
I want to go to there.
I have to learn the teleportation circle.
Then once we get to, we have to get to know Haven, which is not anywhere near that elven city that Carbeum leads to as well.
And is it true that whatever portal you go through to
Hey,
the
Kruger, welcome
Feywild
back.
could be some random place?
Well, in a randomly generated portal, yes.
Oh, wow.
The Carbeum one leads to a specific place.
Hi, everyone coming in.
Oh.
We are in a floating treehouse above a city, and we're playing Dungeons & Dragons, and we made pancakes. How's
Black
this?
tomatoes.
They were chocolate chip.
You just got way for you paged. Yeah. Thank you, TikTok gods.
Mobbed up!
Thank you.
I'm sorry?
Are dragons allergic to chocolate like dogs in the real world?
I don't know. What did your Drake training tell you? No.
Oh no!
It's fine, Tabler. They can have chocolate. Were you about to self-history check?
I was gonna roll a d4 and odds where Drake dies at the recent one.
That's okay. He dies from chocolate poisoning. Alright guys, it's past noon. You've had your pancakes. You're flying above the city of Vordarin.
Did I find a map of the Eternatui Mountains?
Sure, take
was
it.
There a
Have a map of Barador if you want.
Was there a city of Asimir on it? Was
No.
it labeled Asimir City?
No. The thing with the Eternatui Mountains is that it's not an established country, whereas it's more of a known landmass where lots of clans like to gather. Honestly, most of the population of the Eternatui Mountains are dragonborns and dwarves.
So it's unusual that there would even be Asimir on the mountain.
Asmir are uncommon in general, especially in societies.
Would I even know what an Asimir is? I don't know. I'm just saying, is that general knowledge for the people?
Asmirs are not I mean, you're more likely to see an Asmir than a Tabaxi.
Oh,
So, judgment call, up to you.
okay.
Your character joined late.
I'm gonna give you the maps because you have the bag of holding.
Okay.
Wow, welcome on in, everybody. Hope you're having a good time. Dungeons and Dragons!
So, what do we do now?
Well, we have a whole city of Vordarin in front of us. So many options. I personally also have another tasks that I want to look into. Who I will talk to about said task, I'm not quite certain because I don't know exactly who will be able to achieve said task. I'll just cut to the basics. You remember those azanite shards that I got? Well, apparently I scared the living tar out of whatever resides in said demon jewel, and I'm hoping...
Joan is gonna perk up for the first time at this a little bit.
That tracks.
Yes, killing hundreds of demons in a battle tends to do that, apparently. Anyway, I'm trying to find a way to incorporate it into my focus, but I don't exactly know who I would talk to.
What a
about-
humble brag. Killing hundreds of demons in battle does that.
I can't. Mike, what was your kill count?
300-400 something.
It was... That's a great question. I had it listed.
Still got your kill count from the mass combat in your notes?
Mine was
I-
in the 50s.
Tallies.
I see this... I remember it being in the 200s.
It was higher than.
I think you got to 300.
Oh, yeah, it was like
Yeah.
3...
You hit 3.
Something.
I think
It
maybe
might be-
Kevin
I'm trying to-
scratched 200.
It was a lot. It was a lot. I killed a lot of demons.
So it was scared because you killed so many people? That's what scared it? You're sure?
I don't know. I just... the last time I talked to it, it groveled.
Grovel, grovel. Cringe mouse.
Joan's
Oh.
gonna like clutch the hilt of her own sword with some disdain.
It probably had something.
You're holding your azanite sword?
Yeah.
Check your phone.
It groveled
Aw,
at
she
me.
got a
Probably
10.
had something to do with the amount of demons that were there that you.
Suddenly just appeared right next to it in fear and agony.
What'd
So
I do?
Okay, we get it. You killed a lot
You
of
killed
demons.
hundreds of demons as the butterfly princess.
Wow.
She
She's
just got-
gonna like kind of smirk and be like,
what's going on over there, Joe?
nothing.
Okay. Anyway.
It's the demon in the sword is groveling.
You're just not the only one who gets groveled to.
So
job. I'm excited.
1d8. I'm gonna explain it because that's what I normally do with items. 1d8 plus Dex or Strength plus Charisma on damage.
That's nice for June.
So you basically can add your Dex modifier and your Charisma modifier to the damage roll now.
Wow.
And using your action, this sword will fly around you in a flurry of strikes. Any enemy within 5 feet of you must make a DC 15 Dexterity saving throw or take 6d6 slashing damage, half on a successful save. You may use this sword's command word equal times a day to your Charisma modifier.
That's awesome.
That's so
Neat
cool.
is that?
Hence why.
Azanite weapons.
Hence why I want to incorporate it into a focus to see what kind of fun shenanigans could occur there.
Girion Stormcrow is the only person you know of that knows how or has the connection to make Azanite weapons.
Darn shame that he's trapped in hell right about now, isn't it?
Y'all don't know. Those portals can go anywhere.
That's true. Well, I
And
don't
I
even
don't know-
know where to start asking that question without raising a whole lot of eyebrows in a giant city.
Well, for reference, I don't even know if I could help you with this, if I'm being honest, but I do think I'm the only person who Girion trained to handle as a knight, so I have to...
In a martial
Everybody bragging this morning.
I found a book on the thing.
Pancakes have been so
Oh, you did?
complicated.
Thank you.
I think at some point
I will-
Kevin probably would have still.
I will look
Fine.
through it, and I am gonna
All the
assume that it is
personal
things
training
that I
time with
already know
Gary, and I
about the
didn't care about it
Feywild.
at all.
He's just trying to help.
Kevin, I appreciate it. I will not go
We're
into
homies.
this. That second part.
So, if you want, I can attempt to assist you in maintaining that arcane focus. Just know what you're getting yourself into.
Well, he's gonna kind of rub his arms just to go. I think I have an idea. Would you happen to be familiar in any way of attaching these azanite pieces to my focus in hopes of empowering them in some form?
Nope. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate we don't have a
Thanks for the gifts, Garrett.
artificer here.
Nifty gifties.
You think there's
Or an Asimir.
I wonder if we can
Gift her.
I'm not this person right now. I can't do anything about the lucky plot. That's all on you.
You guys can do whatever you want. The day has been yours for like 30 minutes.
Cool. I say
DM's like, they're not moving.
maybe
My plot's pretty much done for the day, so.
my goal
Well, that's not true.
might be to go into Vordera and see if I can track down an officer of some kind who would be capable.
If I'm being honest, I don't know if we or you or anyone should trust
Just anyone.
anyone with
Hey, Jackie, welcome back.
You know what? Check them and make sure.
No. I think that
Pat him down.
we have a few artificer friends who
Okay.
I think we should try to get you connected with.
One is now a demon.
One of them is an
Calliope's
SMR,
gonna wilt a little
where we
bit.
have to probably
One of them
go at
is
some point.
lost. And those are the only two that come to mind.
Who's lost?
Lucky. Where's Lucky?
Lesson number 1, don't give
I don't
Azimuth to
know.
strangers.
Ask her.
If as like to strangers, I'm just gonna be like, hey, what is this? And would you know how to attach it to this?
This is a very poor plan. I don't think it's a great
Listen,
idea.
I've been a little distracted. Alright. Either way, I say we head down to Vordarin and scope out the place. Has anybody actually spent a lot of time in Vordarin?
My sister lives here.
We're just gonna rush over that whole pod?
It's been brought up, I think, before.
It's true. Many
I don't-
times. We talk about
Yeah,
his sister all the time.
She like owns and
Within episodes 31 to 50, yes.
She owns a bar?
like
An inn.
An inn.
But what if we go meet her then? I feel like a little R&R is much required.
Did
at
you
this
still
point.
want to use the orb before we left?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I didn't hear back from Lucky last time. But why not give it another go? I'll come
I wonder if maybe
Ooh,
Steve...
bro's double texting? Did you respond last time? She left me on herd?
I'll try.
Roll a d20. First charge of the day out of 3.
Straight roll.
Yeah,
7.
cool. Just putting a slight limitation to this extremely powerful artifact I gave you in Farallon. That takes a lot of time.
How's the is there a connection?
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Same plane, it's almost guaranteed unless there's a magical block.
Yeah. Hey, Lucky. It's Kev.
No one's keeping track?
I got it.
Get off your phones.
Every time I put my hands up, the person who's talking starts doing it, and I'm like,
Well, it's just fun to play.
Hope you're well. I know it's a tall ask, but we may need your help. Respond. Where am I at?
You're 21.
21. When you can.
Did you have a ticks?
I did.
Mm-hmm. You can also just tell me what her reaction would be, and I can help guide you if you need, since you're keeping track of 3 characters.
Yeah. There's a lot in my brain in this episode.
Yeah, so what would your reaction have been to the previous message that you decided not to respond to verbally? Lucky.
She decided not to respond.
Yeah, she didn't
Bruh.
respond.
This is hard, I'm sorry. Thank you.
Lucky. With the southern accent.
With a southern accent.
Wait, Lucky has a southern accent.
Loki has a southern accent.
We don't know where
Lucky
she's
for
from.
us, am I right, chat?
Am I right, chat? Golden content.
I don't remember what Kevin said to her last time, and that's kind
Hey,
of where I'm at.
Davenport's under attack. We need help. What you doing? Go.
Okay.
It's a TLDR.
Basically.
Okay, so I would think I'm gonna text you.
You need to respond now,
Right,
or
right.
I need to help you. You've had a couple weeks to think about this. I've told you to have it on the brain.
I know.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
If she didn't respond to the first one, that's fine.
Would she have gone? Would she had focused on her objective or focused on herself?
I think it just would have been hard to get out of where she was. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of thinking she just got to Davenport.
Not after it emptied because of where the forces went.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that detail.
You did not ask.
I did not ask.
Bruh has me cackling, says Carrington. Reagan turned into a bruh girl in the last 3 weeks. I don't know why.
Carrington liked it.
Okay, Lucky will probably do a short message because I really like the idea that she went to help, but she missed them. Just like, this is gonna be really hard for me to get. There we go. Almost to Davenport. See you soon.
That was the first response or the one?
To this one.
This is the second response.
And of course I didn't think.
She's totally that person that you send these big texts to and she responds with just not enough words.
3 paragraphs later, K.
See you soon,
Of course I didn't say anything about, hey, we're in Vordarin now.
Whoops.
You have 2 more charges.
Don't blow it all on Lucky.
I'm gonna give you guys a break from this for a little while.
Okay.
Imogen is going to now go to Calliope. So, what's next for the Dawn Keepers, my friend? In the distance, you just hear Kevin go, "Ah, dang it!"
I don't really know where the Dawn Keeper is right now. Calyx is sick. And
So he gets kicked out?
no,
It's a small fever. The Dawn Keeper's dissembled.
but he's not doing well. I don't even know if he's fit for travel. And
He's asleep right now.
Wilbur is busy. And so I'm sure he'll catch up with us when he figures.
Do you know where he went? Should we ask? Maybe Kevin's off the orb.
When he disappeared, he was trying to protect me. And I saw Gargus in his face and his magic. So, and then he disappeared because he said that he wanted to stay safe, I think, is what he meant.
Do you need to go do another fiddle battle?
I don't know where he is. I don't know how to find him. And I don't think that I'm as strong as these Maximus Ultor people. I just wanted to live in our house, Imogen. I didn't want this.
I know.
Of course I want to help people, but I just wanted my people to be safe.
We'll get that house back. And if it's not standing anymore, we'll build it again.
But what if we're not all there to build it?
Well, Wilbur's not in here. I wish I could come with you. But I could take you somewhere to start looking. Work's like, actually... Little death glare from Imogen shuts him up pretty quick. As she's volunteering to move the treehouse.
So, how do we find him?
Look. I've been searching for my father for a while. Callaghan Lycan Sky.
And you don't know how to contact him either?
I won't find him in here. I And I won't find him if I give up either.
Is that the man we saw in the vision?
What vision?
She
Oh,
wasn't there.
Imogen super wasn't there.
I think we saw a vision of your father and Mr. Reginald in the past. Last night. Sorry.
What?
I've been searching for you.
That is super important information to her.
We had a vision.
What?
With Samira. Do you know? Did you meet her, the purple tiefling girl who's dead over there?
Yes, I think we met in passing.
Her name is Zafira, and we were sucked into-
Samira.
But that was her name before. It was
Okay.
Zafira.
And my dad gives everyone else visions of himself except for his kids.
I don't think that he gave.
Joan
the
was
vision.
there.
John was that?
Oh shit. Sora in-game goes.
Rowan also goes.
It pans back and Imogen has just like a rain cloud over her head.
Like that was such a. I'd like to think that Rowan is artistic code as hell.
I thought you were turning on battle music.
Roll it.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, we saw your father.
Rip and
And
tear from the Dream
after-
soundtrack. Too.
After Samira was dropped off at an orphanage in the past, long time ago.
What's the plan, Calliope?
Okay.
How can I help you?
Should I call him, or should I just go? Would it even help?
Why are you asking me, girl?
I'm afraid it's dangerous.
You are the strongest one here.
That's not true.
You're so dumb. You're strong, but you're dumb sometimes.
She looks over at Calyx. Then back at Imogen.
Mabel's like, I don't get it either.
Alright, well, I'm trying to call him, but I know that some demons and magical creatures can kind of try to kill you through that thing, so I'm just
Where
gonna be
where was Gargus last time?
Well, he was in the wood, in Galewood.
Let's go there and look. I'll join you when I can. I just have to wait for Master Reginald.
Alright. Okay. Then we'll go.
Okay. I'm sorry. I know what he
It's
means.
okay, he's alright.
I know what he means too, so I'm sorry.
Sorry, reliving fun.
Anything else any of you would like to do?
Wanna
We could just end the session if you guys don't want to explore this world of
No, we
elves and
do.
magic.
Kev,
Or you could look for more books.
Kev has one more thing before gearing up to head down into the city.
Okay.
He's gonna hit Lucky back one more time.
Okay.
Anyway. Would you like me to roll?
Nah, you're good.
Okay.
Hey, Lucky, it's Kev again.
Wait. Ask
It's already
exactly.
started.
Ask exactly where she is, because maybe Ethne can go get her. Sorry.
Oh, tree. And he's got the tree thing.
That doesn't also count the orb of sending words, does it?
No.
Okay, just making sure because I counted all of those. just
Joan
in
is
case.
not casting sending, it's Kevin.
That'd be so funny.
Forgot to mention massive wizard battle in Devonport.
Steer clear.
Come to Vordarin, maybe?
You have 2 words.
2 left.
2 left.
Oh,
Much love.
I thought it was going to be a pretty please.
Kind of funny.
Much love is great.
Please, please.
Lucky.
Vordarin's on the other side of the continent, right?
No.
Oh, okay. How far is Vordarin from Davenport?
Pretty far.
It's not.
Country,
well,
around a 30-day walk to get from side to side, right? Vordarin's in the middle.
Ethne can probably go get
So it's
her
probably a
if she wants-
15-day
Where she is.
Hold on, I'm gonna look
Ride
at. I need to,
on horseback?
I want to see the map of Elwahan, and I'm gonna pick a spot that Lucky is currently.
No, I know where she is now.
You know where she is?
Yeah.
Kevin.
You dumbass.
Next time you call for help, keep a person updated. And then
Didn't respond the first time.
Lord Aaron is so far.
You are on the outskirts of a town called Craneshire.
I am
Campaign started
almost
there.
to Craneshire.
Kind of visibly like, oh.
I guess I'm coming. Bye.
Can we get Ethne to pick her up?
She's in the room.
Well, what'd she say?
She's almost to Craneshire.
So,
So,
Ethne, Joan's gonna look up
Yes?
and sit up for the first time.
She's over at Joan kind of spoke, so Ethne went over to Calyx to help out a little bit.
Ethne,
Yes?
do you think you could do that plant thing to Craneshire?
Miguel is there. I love Miguel.
Yeah.
Huh?
Well, our friend is there, and we kind of need her here.
Sure.
Could we-
Now? Okay.
Could we pick her up, or could you pick her
No,
up?
I'll go get her. You guys do your thing. She's gonna open the trap door of the treehouse.
Thank you, Ethne. I appreciate it.
Imogen, are you gonna move? Like, just give me a minute. Yes, you're fine. Warwick's like, yeah, it's okay. I won't move it anywhere. Kind of making his voice lower.
Power struggle is getting quite obnoxious.
I think it's cute.
It is in its own frustrating
I
way.
think they're adorable.
What is like so young.
Are we going to visit your sister then?
Yeah, they're both young to Mr.
it
Restaurant.
would be good to see her. See Warwick, the friend of ours. He might be there. I don't know.
See you, Carrington. Thanks for hanging out.
He's a smart guy. He might be.
Don't we still want to see your sister though?
They might be together.
Oh.
It's a fair chance. There's a lot we need to do.
What else do we need to do for that?
What? I should say there's a lot of options. We could go see Orion, who might be here. Returning to the mountains. It sounds like to find this city where Samira was last revived.
All three Danvers characters in one place. That really was amazing.
We
The
could-
hardest part.
Continue our search for keystones, which should be pretty high on the docket.
Isn't it vaguely concerning to put all the keystones in one place, though?
Yeah. Would it?
Like, having 3 keystones on hand already feels dicey.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
4.
Full keystones.
Yeah. It
on
was crazy times.
hand. Because what if Lucidor finds the tree?
Yes. Kevin's gonna walk over to a bookcase. Hasn't found it yet. That we know of.
From what I understand, it's very hard to break into this treehouse.
I understand, but still, it's having all of the pieces to the puzzle in one place feels.
Has Sora ever held a keystone? Does she know the complications of holding a keystone?
You guys traveled together for 6 months.
From what I understand, holding a keystone can be almost as much.
You also knew Girion when he carried around Pride.
That's true. Girion was an ass.
I like that you stopped yourself from one word and then chose
Hey,
another
I was
one.
gonna say arse, and I was like, what am I?
Yeah.
Definitely southern.
Probably like 2 now.
Alright.
You guys are welcome to keep talking in Treehouse,
I know.
but you have
Let's.
been planning for a while.
Well, let's.
You want to plan on the road?
We
What
need
we
to
want.
figure out as well how to help
Talarian and Girian, because I won't allow them to be tortured.
Where are we going?
We
I
just
don't
discovered
know.
how tricky planar travel would be, just in general.
But that's something
We
that we have
also
to.
don't
We just have to
know-
look into it.
Of course. We also don't know where they were taken. It could be any layer of the Nine Hells. It could be
Could be
Feywild. Could be
Shadowfell, could be.
Of course, I understand that, but that's just we have to think about it.
I don't know. I just.
Yep.
We need to
I
remind
understand the
ourselves that-
difficulty.
You know,
Where does do we know where Lucidar operates? Like, what realm he operates out of?
we don't know much about Lucifer.
No.
We know that he killed Kevin's family, and that's kind of it.
From the Bible.
And now we know that he's Samira's big brother.
No, we got the devil from the Bible in the book in the rock right over here.
You know, when it comes to information, Thief Haven, there are some survivors.
Well, for now, let's get out of this treehouse, clear our heads, and go and visit your sister.
Sure.
Step 1.
Let's meet a friend of his. Hopefully friend of his.
Joan's gonna leave the treehouse.
Okay.
Okay, we're going now. All right, let's go.
I'm gonna stay here.
Like in the treehouse? This is Imogen.
Like in the treehouse. I like the treehouse. It's got beanbags.
Healer, please stop doing this.
I'm gonna stay in the
Healer.
treehouse. He can do healing spells, and she can do healing spells.
Are we planning on fighting a war? We just got out of it.
Pardon me.
We got out of 2, actually.
Pardon me for being
I
a
just,
mite bit
you
paranoid.
know, I'm not used to like massive combat, and I feel like the war was kind of a lot,
Wait.
and I've got to like process what happened.
You're staying in the treehouse like long
Oh, it's
term?
PTSD.
Just for now, I just wanted to kind of stay here and think about it.
Okay, healer. Sounds good. We'll go into this foreign city by ourselves.
It's the least foreign city of all time, actually.
Well,
It's the most
foreign-
local city.
Foreign to you.
Foreign to me.
I guess.
To him for sure.
I've never been.
Alright, let's
Th- This is like the highest population city besides the elven cities in the world. It's pretty big too. Okay, what are we doing? What are we doing? What, do you
We're
wanna?
going to the tavern.
Cool. And so, who's all going? What's going on with Calliope? They're staying in there to move around.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bro.
Okay. And then Gabrielle, Mabel, Dawn Runners. Cool. So just you 4 will be going into Vordaeron. Wonderful. Okay. So as you head down this chain, this city is ginormous. This place is massive. It goes on so far, even looking over the rooftops. The horizon is more rooftops. Roofs and buildings of different colors and sizes on this kind of plains land. You do kind of see the lake, the stream that comes down all the way from the lake in the Eternitui Mountains that comes down near the capital on the far side. You can get glimpses of the lake, but it's a very bustling city. It's a bit of culture shock. Recently, Denetrius was pretty tense. Davenport, doom and gloom, and evacuated. This place, it's strange seeing a place untouched by the burden of war and the toll of it. These people are happy, talking, filling the streets, doing their jobs. As the city itself is at your fingertips.
It's refreshing change of pace. Do you know where the tavern is?
It's been a while. Would I remember?
It's called the Indigo Dragon.
Poignant.
Would I remember in which direction we should go?
It's definitely in the peasantry, which is one of the 5 major districts of the city.
Okay. To the best of my ability, direct us to the peasantry.
Make a history check with disadvantage.
What I
Ben,
was hoping for.
been a while.
It's 6.
6. You find yourself definitely in the market ward. Lots of businesses going here, lots of different shops and stuff, and you are lost.
Okay. Was he any? Just walk up to, I don't know, like shopkeeper or somebody of like political importance to some degree, walking around, or just anybody on the street, walk up to and ask them where the street.
Sure. Honestly, for the sake of brevity, I don't think this is an obstacle we need to super act out. It's north. The whole city is kind of a clock with 5 areas around Castle Elwia, which is in the center, and actually the lowest point in the city. And the market district is between Old Bexior's Hollow, which is to the east, and the market and the peasantry is to the north of the market ward. You are gonna walk around for a while, and then there's a bit of a commotion you guys hear above you, as you definitely see some like sorcerers and wizards and stuff. Like, people fly about this city; it's pretty common. This is also. There's multiple magical schools here. The Sorcerer Supreme spends a lot of time here when he is summoned, whenever he wants to. This is like the magical capital of Elwan. But you do see a lot of these like really official magic-looking people flying in a direction as a giant eagle flies overhead.
Oh, is that? Oh. Ooh.
Can Jones fly after it?
Yeah, they're making like dancing lights of like red and blue.
They have magic.
This
cops.
way, this way.
Magic cops.
Do I recognize
Hey, Hallie.
anyone on top of the eagle?
I'm trying to find a different.
What woman on top of the eagle?
magic
I said
figure.
anyone on top of the eagle.
Giant eagle, you.
Yeah.
You won't
I
be able to
said
see
I
above
wanted to
them.
fly.
You want to fly up?
It'd be nice to learn something.
Perfect. This giant eagle is definitely looking around a bit. A lot of these like sorcerers and wizards are gathering on the top, seemingly flying like almost above them in like a cloud to seeing what's up. So your view is a little obstructed there. Is anyone else going up there with Joan?
I'll cast fly on myself.
Okay.
Here, I'll flutter up.
Hop on up there.
Great. Now you're all invading airspace.
Now entering Bravo airspace.
Yeah, as you approach, there's lots of questions being answered, lots of demands to land immediately. What do you guys do?
Can I go over the eagle?
Okay, it wasn't to you, it was to that giant eagle, but... What? Okay, what are you doing with the crowd of wizard cops?
Can I dodge between it, like slip?
Make an acrobatics check, see if you can maneuver. You're a pretty frequent flyer.
Are we able to tell if there's
18.
anyone riding?
It seems like they're gathered around someone above the eagle.
18.
Yeah, you're able to slip through pretty easily.
Can I see what's going on?
Lucky doesn't have a rap sheet.
Did you want to do anything, Rowan?
I'm praying that Lucky does not have a rap sheet over here.
So, Lucky, you met this strange woman who kind of looked like a big Joan, and then she was like, I don't really know where to go here. And so she turned into a big creature, hopefully being that she would be seen
And Lucky would recognize
as they
the
fly
giant
over.
eagle.
You are now surrounded by all these wizards pointing runes at you. And you see, Joan Lycansky, you slip through 2 of these bigger wizards flying through, and you see a shieldless adventure friend.
I have a shield though.
Not right now.
My armor class just
Lucky!
decreased.
Yeah, a bag of holding. It was just flair.
Okay, I
Let
got
me-
you.
let
I'm
me
sorry.
tell the
I
story.
thought I lost my shield.
I'm not taking away your shield.
Lucky!
Joan!
And that's where we're gonna end today's session. Alright, thank you all for watching, friends. I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us tonight. Appreciate the gifts and whatever diamonds mean. I don't really know what that is, but that's really cool. Thank you guys for hanging out with us on YouTube, Kick, and TikTok. and I hope you guys had a good time. Remember to follow the channel, and we are live here every week, same time, Sunday at 7. So we will see you on the next one. Same time, same place, playing the same characters, and we're gonna have a little bit of a party switch.
No, we are not. No way.
We about oh.
We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.
Bye.
I've been carrying around her mini for weeks.
Were you all planning this? Were you planning to reincorporate Lucky into the mix?